ليه بس ما جاي الكلام ده. وإلا يقبل أمرين ما دامت هم مسؤولين بدولة السودان وجماعة دي اعتبروا باعتبار الجنوبيين دي يعني عدم الاعتراف بالأركان الوطنية أو dual citizen في شعب أبيض، وبالتالي لا يجوز لدولة السودان يقوم بإبادة وإطاعات. أنا دي أبناء أبيض كثيرين فوق في مدينة كاملة بتلقى ذات زي ناس مناقل ومناطق التانيين ده ساكنين قبل الحروب بتاعنا ده، وقاعدين في جميع المناطق في شمال السودان بفترة وجودهم في شمال السودان بما يقارب 120 سنة. يبقى لو حكومة السودان ما بحترم باعتبار السودانيين، فيجب على الحكومة جنوب السودان حكومة السودان إنه يحترم بانضمام أو بالاستفتاء شعب أبيض عشان شعب أبيض ما يكون ضحية بتاع دولتين. دي عشان يعمل الكلام ده. الحاجة الأخيرة بما فيه الاعتراف باستفتاء شعب أبيض بغض النظر عن رغبة بعض الأبناء الذين لا زال لديهم الرغبة لبقاء في دولة السودان. معناه اللي لسه بيقولوا ده نقول في السودان ده يخلوه والشعب يمشي، عشان انت بكره بعد بكره كان قتلوك تاني، لا انا بمشي اقتلوك في حسابي وانت جنوبي. معناه ليه بس؟ لو حكومة السودان ما قادر انه يفصل يقول يا اخي ده من ابيعي وده من هناي، نحن بنرفض الكلام ده. خلينا دولة جنوب السودان باعتبار دولة السودان داير يعمل إبادة بالنسبة للأبناء جنوب السودان في دولة السودان. أخيرا ده معاملة بالمثل، معامل بالمثل. It is a principle, one of the principles of the international law. لأن أي دولة بتقوم بالعلاقات المتبادلة بين الدولتين. If the government is not willing to cooperate with you, then why not you stop your relationship, international relationship, to cooperate with you, because international law is based on relationship between two countries, and that is the real definition of international law. It is a kind of rule of law that governs the relationship between two countries. As a result, if that is the case, if that is the case, this معاملة بمثل ده يكون حل الأخيرة إنه ليه بس يقتلوا مواطن بتاعي في دولة ده ونقوم بإيواء مواطن بتاع الدولة الأخرى دي. فشكرا جزيلا لإعطاء لي هذه الفرصة، ودي الكلام ده أقول أنتم مشكورين خالص.
line majle line majle.
Yeah, Joseph, let you guys know you guys are live on YouTube and Facebook, so I'm going to exit you guys a little bit now.
So everybody be aware.
Joseph, the next one is Riak Malo, and then Charles Ding, and then Namshil Nakola, and then Punjok, Jerinyang, and then later on you mentioned the question by it. Also, I will take a space for half an hour or something like that to run the show.
No, you can continue line, but you have to skip the year to give it.
Mas machine was a young Malawinada, and then was a Charles Ding, and then Nicole and Atom Kunjo.
Okay. Go ahead, react. I'll leave 5 to 7 minutes. And then
يا جو اعمل لي سكيب شويه كان في زول كان يمشي وانا بيجي بعد ده.
I'll let Charles then go ahead.
Okay, yeah, all right.
This is my turn. Charles Deng is very far. Thank you, Southern Sudan Eagle Media. Thank you for opening the room. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yeah, you clear. It looked like but Jernyang was just we're gonna follow the lines. You couldn't man skip nobody. So after Jernyang,
refresh your room, refresh your phone. I am next to react.
Yeah, you are next. I know, but Shangibel Agwad girl, Agwad is the one saying after that going to Charles.
No. Agwad is trying to corrupt.
So you go ahead, and then after you come to Charles, and then we go to Nicola. So go ahead, Jernyang. No.
You know, guy, I opened 5 to 4 rooms last year about what was going on in Khartoum. It was everywhere in northern Sudan where the black people were targeted. Particularly, they start with Darfuri, Nuba, and then they went after Southern, where people in the mining area and in agriculture area were targeted. So, and the worst was in Khartoum. The Madani is just now. The worst part is in Khartoum. A lot of people in Khartoum. So, but people did not pay attention about what the Jalaba is doing because the government in Southern Sudan too, it looks like they are scared. They don't care about the life of their own citizens. And that is what let it continue for almost 2 years. It's not just now. So there are hidden killings that are not recorded. So, and I have some of the information in my group, but nobody listened. So it's good now. It's not too late, but this too late caused so many lives in thousands. It's not just only the number of 400 or 300. There is a huge number where the family, the entire family can be slaughtered and getting thrown into the beer or being fed to the bird. So the more the tragedy happened in Khartoum, and our people do not care, particularly the government of Southern Sudan does not care. It sees these people are rebels. That is what the government of Southern Sudan think. They think these people run away or they did not want to come to the Southern Sudan. But there are 3 or 4 types. Number one, there are people who do not have money. They do not have money to come to the south. There are people that waiting, they want to come and they have money and they could not be allowed to exit. So all this happened. And there is the third group, those people refuse. They refuse to come. Even I warn them, me personally, I tell them what you guys are doing, you're going to see it in your eye. Even some of the women were saying, I don't want to go. So I told them, even they begin to hate me because I am warning them, since the war happened in particular after July, and they were not listening. And there is a fourth group, they are working in agriculture area and in the mining up north. So these people are busy. And the peace group, these were the people that are not happy with the government of Southern Sudan, and then they want to die in the north. Even they say, let me die anywhere. There is a death everywhere in the south, there is a death and there is no job and there is no what. A lot of complaints. I told them, guys,
South is very good. Wherever you see the green, a green leaf, and there is a water flowing, you can survive in the bush. Even if you don't have anything, you can survive. But in northern Sudan there, very dry area, and you have been restricted not to move, even not to go for shopping. When the woman and girl go for the shopping, they get raped and they get killed. So we advise our people as individual citizens, but the advice of a small person like me or like you guys cannot be heard, cannot be heard. But if it comes from a high authority like the government of Southern Sudan, where they can organize a full evacuation like the other country they did it, it could happen. They did try it a little bit, but they took their family. Those of Truth Care and whatever, they took their family and left whatever is there. And then Kirmiyar wife organized a little bit, but could not help. It needs a very huge convoy for a lot, maybe for almost 6 months to remove them out if you want to remove them on land. So, guys, this is not a surprise. We know Jalaba is our main enemy, seeing the creature. Those are our main enemy. So it's not a surprise. You guys know what happened in then, even before 2023, people were burned there, and there is another area called, I can't remember, our side, where the entire village were burned on. And then came this Damatria and the government war. It make our people target. The gun is put on their head. You have to fight for us or we have to kill you. That is the option being given by Damatria. They put the gun on your head. Do you want to die or you go with us? What the option? You have to go with them. And then later government, they follow the same lead. And the government is the most that making atrocity, particular the brown faction. Whenever they see the black, particular the Southerner walking around, you are target of being shot. Even they making you like a darga. If you want to test yourself, how good is skill you are, you just let it go and then later shoot it behind. That is what has been going on for the last 2 years against the Southerner. It was in Khartoum itself. So than anywhere. The Madani is just happened now, and people are popping up. Thank you. There are a video this day, and what happened can be seen and can be heard around the world. So I am going to be brief here. We have been talking about this for last year, but nobody paying attention. So thank you. I hope we, the Southerners, should unite together and pull our people out before we took any action. This one will not stop. It will go on until we remove our people all to the south. Even those Nuer refugees, they can be taken to Fagak. They can be taken to Fagak and Maywood. They can come by the rank and then let them be taken to Fagak where it's safe for them. And then we can see the next step. What is the next step our government or Southerner can take to deal with the Northern Sudanese? The Northern Sudanese are doing now, which is the ruling elite. They are the businessmen, they are doctors across Southern Sudan, even some are teachers in Southern Sudan. And they enjoying it. Nobody targeting them. So even during the war, we used to have a prisoner of war. If we capture them, we don't execute them. Even we know they are a soldier, they are fighting, they kill our people, we don't kill them. But in the north, being a black person is a crime itself. So, and we inform our people, and also those who grow up in the north get used to being around Jalaba. it doesn't care if he's going to die or not. They don't care. So we warned them a lot, but they were not listening. Now they know. And they feel it in their body, and they see it in their eye. And next time, we're going to come into the same line without being fidgeted. So thank you, Guy. I'm going to stop here. Take the mic, Charles. Thank you.
Thank you, Gernyang. Yeah, Charles, go ahead. Take your 7 minutes.
All right. Joseph Losota, that's good. Thank you, Brother Kenya. And also let me thank Yakini, Edmund, and Joseph, and also Molana Bot, and those of the Jackson who spoke earlier, and Molana Riyad, and also Madid. And I think Denaya was here, hearing also. Let me thank. Thank you, Madid, for opening this. In fact, as a South Sudanese, we are speaking here as a South Sudanese, in a Kashab, South Sudan. Al-Muatan al-Shamal, what is happening there, these are our citizens. First, we speakers, we need to be very careful. We don't want to identify people, those people are there. No, these are all South Sudanese, no matter what. These are 1 million people, another who are settled in that area. The whole part of Sudan, it is about 1 million. And maybe the number was increased after 2013. Let us say these are our people. We don't want to, to align things. It will be looking bad on us. First of all, let's condemn this. Humanity, and it's not new for those who were in the bush command. Another country, Gaba, the same government, they are Kuma Ligin independent meaning. Do you think that they are happy that we left? No, they are not happy. And my big blame of Fruit South Sudan, it should not even write a letter or just in assembly. They should deport the embassy of Sudan from Juba. It's a Hakuma file and you are really careful. You are really care. The first thing you do, you deport you close the embassy in your country. That will hide the war relation. Essentially, so that the world can know. Sudan for Juba should be closed, and all those stuff should be deported immediately. Wherever they want to land down, we'll do both. But it's not about me. Yahwana, I don't even blame those of our citizens, because you see, if you see why they are living in the north, this is frustration. Our citizens have become desperate, and they are not seeing any space they can live. Nothing, man. There's no back and there's no forward. There's no backward. These citizens are really desperate just to live. If you look right now, the most target people are the youngest boys. 17 sana, 16 sana. Even 15. And they are being targeted by both forces, the Rapid Forces or Sudan Army Forces. They are targeting all those boys. Boys, then they are going to shoot. Rujal. Rujal baga shwa ajay. Then they're going to pick up those in the end. Why did she look? It's not an easy thing. We are Hakuma Butana, and they give him a refuge here in Juba. And they protect him. He's been protected by Hakuma Tasalpaki. We don't know what we're going to do. By names, actions. We cannot support two. Without Miskela Kabir, بيخلي الشعب بتاع جنوب السودان يكون عنده كعب. حكومة بتاعنا they are supporting Burhan and they are supporting Amiti. Father of Salva Kiir supporting Amiti. If Museveni is supporting Amiti, what do you think about Salva Kiir to go stand for? I give in. Salva Kiir معناته كورين واحد جاي مع برهان وكورين واحد جاي مع Amiti. والكورين مع برهان because of the oil. You know, because of the oil. Yeah, because of the oil, that's why you support Burhan. Al-Asla b'mur bin Uganda all the way went. Them shut up in northern Bargazal. Uday al-Asla da them shukru muwatinin بتاعنا. فالمشكلة يا اخوانا في الحكومة بتاعنا في الجنوب. الحكومة بتاعنا في الجنوب is the problem itself. Because ما ورا ما واقف فوق واقف وين؟ فوق. المواطن؟ No. كبير شايفين. Rapid forces, they have عندهم قروش دايرين من حكومة الجنوب $100 million. They sent about what? Land cruiser. What? With all dash of Asla. That's why they were fighting forces with Ariel Machar. You know? So Hakuma Juru Baja into Miskala Mina, you cannot abandon a race with Robert forces. Also Baja would have Grush. That's why you will see our citizens are going to die. Somalia, Akwana, these are the 1 million people. That's only for Masharia. Masharia, min Kadarib. Our people Kulu. Masharia. Meladu Kulu, Melad people of Sugar. Wazura de Kulu, now the kind of guiding for. Given Molana, we have mentioned some areas, but Tijada, even enough that certain Pidar Port. Therefore, in the Kebat enough. Safe place. You know, we Jibanduba. That's the only safe place, and that is the only closest. Agra Mahel, but how did they will go there? I'm Murukef. Sudan already job gave without to do with Shamal Alanil. Would they Agra Bitijakosi? I shan't go Jibanuba. This is the shortcut. The kilo Mashe Bitijadako Lenade is a long way and is a killing area. We need to wake up for this. They will not help. Because Akuma de Kuren was like them. If you are supporting both areas, there is no need for you to help to get help your citizens. Akuma Dana ma care when wanted. Wanted is headed to them. It is headed to them. So that they don't care. Yakalaka the rest of Thailand. Kalata Thailand into Shina to Kapum. If the local battery, Kalata Mara into select to be enough, or to give Juba, Uguna Kala, Nagana Jimubi. They might have for there. For that. $1 million. Kali Kalam to made it. No, and even there are silent killers. Once a guy in Kalam Fogo, Gary to the Moapini to that Kapum. Now they are losing their life inside the capital. It's in a wire. This kind of the ground. But nobody, you know, there. The only people can stand with us in Africa, only Somalia. Only Somalia, they are not making with Tupin. These are the only countries can stand with us. Gira, Ugelib Kabir, Sultan, facing this. Matugul another shore. Call another part of West of him and Jay dead. I'll make a shot my petty shore. This is what I'm looking for the job, by the way. السودان قاعد يحصل في يوكرين. هنا زار يمشي هنا يمشي يفتح شغل في يوكرين يمشي يموت زي الكلاب. The same thing. That's what happened there. And there Guru's يمشي باتجاه wherever you choose, wherever you want to choose. You're not my Burhan. You're not my باتجاه Ahmeti. They're looking for the surviving of their life. They know they're going to die. The bad thing ده ما يوصل قاعد يموت المواطن. ماشي يجيب حاجة يجي يمسح المواطن بتاعه في الشمال. But it's not helping. قال بكره قال في مظاهرات يا ابن انت قاعد في جوبا. قال بكره قال في مظاهرات انا ماشيين في الشارع. شارع for what؟ يا سفاره قاعد في داخل الحكومه بيطردوا. المظاهرات سفاره بتاع السودان it should be shut down ونازل الخطوط في القاهره and then take them anywhere. نزلهم في كوسي wherever they want to be. في الشارع ويكتب يافطار وشنو اجانب بسيم قلنا. ما في حاجه بيحصل. Edmund, you say something very dangerous. في جامع مسجد يقتلوا 4 جنوبيين في داخل جوبا. يا اخوان ليه الجنوبيين المسلمين؟ انسى جوبا ده كلام بتاع هنا الجبال قال it is not from me.
Yeah, it is true.
Okay. What is the job of national security? Security the أول مهلات أنت قاعد عملوا target كل كاميرات الجامعة ده. It should be inside Jama, and that will be monitored by national security. Or it should be monitored by foreign affairs. أجار المسلمين قاعد يعملوا all the plans بتاع المسلمين بيبدأ في الجامعة. بتعرفوا قاعد يشوفوا ده بس في حاجة تاني هناك. في خلوة تاني. خلي خلوة الفوق ده قاعد يفرجوا بريجي. في خلوة بتاع bad planning under the ground. جامعة في الجوبة ده. We should go and look for it. They have to make a research. في الجوبة ويعملوا search. يعملوا search inside. وفاجئ بحاجات كبار. Shop and you will be surprised. لو شفت بيت قطية be careful. Underground you don't know. حصل شو؟ جامعة الولايات أنا كان في خرطوم. جامعة كان في خرطوم أنتوا كان شايفينه في السوق العربي ده. They have to national security. You can't that people do inside the heart of the capital.
Charles, your mic is keep cutting. So tell your mic.
Thank you, Madid. فأنا بقول شنو national security should go to Jama ويعمل سك في جامع في داخل جوبا to secure جنوبين بالإسلام ده. أنا ما عندي مشكلة مع زول قاعد يصلي. I don't have a problem with that. But لازم you need to be abide by the law. But يا كاني أنا متأكد حكومة الجنوب ده will never help us. مواطن بتاعنا في الجنوب في الشمال أنا 100% حكومة الجنوب ما بيساعد. These people are 1 million. The only thing we can do يا أخي لو عندك اتصالات كhuman being اتصل ولو في طريقة نازل يمشي جبال نوبة. جبال نوبة they are the only place الممكن can save جنوبين. Therefore they are confused maximum. مساليد whatever all name them. مشاكل كتير في دارفور. وده another suit.
Conclude.
I'm going to get concluded, my brother. For this thing, don't hope. قال حكومة الجنوب دي بسات. حكومة ده ما بسات. مواطن بتاعنا هيموت. لو ما قادر يترك سفارة وعمر بشير قاعد في داخل جوبا. Come on, guys. We are supporting both areas. ومسبب بجاي they are supporting Hamiti. وتقول Salva Kiir can do something. Nothing. Zola Ainun Zaydabas. God bless you, South Sudanese. But you are hope for nothing. As long as you have President Kiir في سلطة. وربنا معكم.
Thank you, Charles. Nicola, go take your 7 minutes. Uncle Nicola. Uncle Nicola. Alang ko Nicola Map atim kunjak. Atim kunjak. Itu sama ini aja mah?
Yes.
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 Okay, then let's go to the Munutan line al Makala. I think debate machine human machine react
Tongjang.
Girnyang or that chance numbers would not. No. Tongjang.
Attempt jat.
Okay, go ahead. I think we just take it 7 minutes.
Okay, I will take a few minutes, less than 7 minutes. Into Samoni, like him?
Yeah, it's a voice.
Correct.
All right, thank you. Yes, thank you so much, and greeting to everyone. I don't want to mention names because in the interest of time, I just want to be quick and be done. I think a lot of things have said, I 100% agree with. And there was a room earlier open to North America time, which today, maybe in some places, was yesterday. I think both sides, the warring parties in Sudan, they need the government of South Sudan. The rapid forces, if South Sudan government put its force behind the government of Sudan, I don't think that's going to be good for the rebel of the Sudan. If South Sudan government puts its force, full force behind the government of Sudan, I don't think it's going to be good for the rebel forces. So personally, my appeal is the government, and this is where the government has to come out and show. We know it has failed in many areas, but this is something to do with the human life. I think that's where the government should come out clearly, and all both sides responsible, and a party that is responsible. We have no power, we have no jurisdiction to go and hold those people accountable. But the government or the rebel will be able to hold their own people accountable. So personally, I think this is where the government of South Sudan should have earlier came out with the condemnation, called the ambassador of Sudan in Juba, and also called both sides. I think President Kiir should have been on phone earlier and called both sides and tell them to hold their people accountable, such that such incident would not repeat themselves. But personally, that's my stand. I think this is the responsibility of the government to make sure that they talk with the government or the rebel that is responsible for the people who is in charge of the people who have killed our people or murdered our people in cold blood. Thank you so much, and that's my stand. I appreciate the chance. I yield back the mic.
Thank you, Atim Kunjak. Nambai. Hey, shukran. Kida tukum sami? I sort of shukran. First of all, I want to take this opportunity to say thanks to all the South Sudanese who came out to condemn this horrible event that had occurred in Sudan, Khartoum. And also, I want to add my voice to it because this is a party, this is a group for us to unite our voices. And I hope that our voices will not go in vain. What had happened is very unfortunate because this morning my friend sent me a video in Khartoum. And for me, just hearing that, I told him, hey, don't send me this because I am a civilian. I've never seen something like that before. I'm not a military. And for him, he was laughing. And that's how you can tell how much our people are so traumatized to the point that killing will come is just a laughing for them. And he's a young man. This one is very unfortunate, and I think that we are the government because we are the citizens of South Sudan. As we came out like this with one voice, with one agenda, I don't think that our government will ignore us because in the end of the day, we are the power and we are the backup for this government of South Sudan. So I think what will happen is that as we came out, then we write letters condemning what happened and encouraging our government. So that way our government knows that we, the citizen, We cannot just be silent when we are actually the citizen and actually in the power because of us. So what happened? It will not stop from here, as I heard it from other people already explaining the situation that occurred with this matter. Because one, as you guys know, in war, there's two dangerous things. One is called looting. When you loot a house or where you have captured as a military, there's a high risk of actually you guys being eliminated completely because that enemy can come back. And then the second thing is ambush. Those things are the most dangerous thing, and those things are what are happening right now in Sudan because our young people, they're the one that being used on the both sides to fight the war. That they have the biggest weapon, and the people who giving them the orders are the people who actually giving them those weapons. Even in the future, it doesn't show that they will be in the part of the government, whether it's the government side is going to win or the rapid force is going to win. They're not going to have an opportunity to serve, and that government will come in the future. We're only just being used right now as a force to fight, and we're actually fighting our own self because if you can see in the front line, most of the people being used, those are Southerners. They are not even Arabs, and therefore, what actually is encouraging our people more is the fact that they go and loot. They find things which they cannot even reach their home to take it back. And recently I spoken with one of my friends. He's in there, and I told him, please stop. You need to go home. If you can keep doing this, this is very dangerous, and they don't listen. And as you guys said that, most of those young men, they left in South Sudan because of lack of jobs, a lack of school, there's no education for them, and they have no hope, basically. But I think that I'm sure a lot of them are willing to come back to South Sudan if our government stand with them and bring them back home. It's just a matter of time. And of course, it's not easy because one thing is that even if they're coming on their way, with no government assistance, they can still be captured on the way and then being sent back to the front line. So it's not that easy. And I'm sure that no one likes to die, obviously. And no one likes the pain or not knowing that they are suffering. They actually are suffering, but it's just there's no way. And as you know, if you ever been in the war, it's not easy for you to go back again, especially with your other men. If you other your colleagues, you've been seen as a coward, they'll say you give up. So those young men, they need government to encourage them. They need their families, but some of those families, they don't even have communication with their kids. They don't have communication with their son, with their loved one. Honestly, I'm sure that a lot of South Sudanese lost their families there in Sudan, but they haven't had a way to communicate with them because the phone is down. Only Wi-Fi that's working. And this is very hard. And I urge our government, whether it's opposition or the government in power right now, to condemn it and actually talk and write a letter to the international community, because this is a good opportunity for South Sudan to make a good representation on how to represent their own people in abroad. This is a good opportunity for any person that in the future wants to run to be a leader of South Sudan, because this is what we stood for the last 50 years, from 1950 to 2005 to 2011. This is one of the reasons that we separated, because we were being treated unfairly, and that unfairness is still continuing as we speak today. And that one, we should condemn it and send it to the United Nations to be condemned, because such a killing is not, it cannot be condemned. And I really condemn it as strong as possible. And I hope that we, the South Sudanese, when we finish this meeting here, we can write letters, we can write posts on Facebook, because our Facebook is one of the most powerful tools to be shown, and we shouldn't be silent. And I think that our government is standing with us, because if we don't talk, we stay quiet, the government is not just going to come and represent us when you are not talking. You got to say something. And even in the Bible, it said, ask God for what you want and you'll be given what you ask God for. So therefore, we are the voices for those people who doesn't have voice at this moment. And I would drop the mic, and thank you for giving me this chance. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Namuba. I just want to let you know that you are already on Facebook and YouTube and Clubhouse. So because Madid, the owner of the South Sudan Eagle Media, is already connected Facebook and YouTube. So your voice on YouTube and Facebook right now. Okay, let's continue the line. I know, Comrade Helen, are you back? If Helen not there, Nicola. Okay, then we're gonna keep moving. Tonjang, go ahead, take your 7 minutes.
My dear is Joe.
Okay, I greet you guys all. And what I said always is upset the honor of the place I call it my country, South Sudan. Here, this word called sovereignty. And this is a lot of people, they're always against me what I said. And this I have to say that here, the problem here, South Sudan government have a problem. You guys, this is not going to go away. When those all people in the northern Sudan are from South Sudan, there is no death still to be discussed to be rescued. The genocide already happened, and thank United Nations has declared genocide committed by both sides. And South Sudan is giving a comprehensive sanction, and South Sudan declared as government sponsored terrorism, which is exactly correct. The reason I'm saying this here, I know this room is a government room, and people who are here are government supporters. But you need to know one thing, what's going to happen. And when this government is gone, those officials who are in the government, Liberation Council, they're going to be all responsible, not for all South Sudanese, but within Denka tribe one day, we're going to have our own civil war. And I'm saying for this reason, killing and carnage of women and children of our people. Government of South Sudan is participate in the genocide committed by terrorism, and government of South Sudan is a state-sponsored terrorism. The money, oil of South Sudan, arming Boran to kill people, and Boran come with the airplane F-16 of Egyptian bombing, killing Dinka women and children in Malut. As a result, Damasria, government of South Sudan, harbored them to bring their women and children and their cow, and Damasria go back to kill our people, and Moran come and kill our people in South Sudan. One day, we want to know the population in Sudan right now are millions. How they go? I'm not talking about people who remain in northern Sudan that time. During the war 2013, why the population of South Sudan moved into northern Sudan, an army of South Sudan, they never closed the border. They should go down south. You have right to go to Uganda. How government of South Sudan allowed car move from South Sudan go to Khartoum? One, during when the war beginning, road of Upper Nile is open, and Masri never captured Khartoum. South Sudan should send military truck from Rang into Kosti, from Kosti to Madani and Khartoum, and bring their people over who refuse to. Who want to come. Government of South Sudan sent 3 airplanes to bring family. Mama Rebecca brought his family. President Kir brought his family. Tutka brought his family by airplane, 600. Those 600 are families of the government official and population left to die. Now you're giving money to Boran Iran now oil resumption. So Boran armed troop and armed rebel. This war started in Juba. Boran arming rebel of South Sudan. President Kir arming rebel of Sudan. This oil of South Sudan. What more danger and sad now? Egypt and government in Khartoum, they refuse, and China, and the pressures President Kir to resume oil into Khartoum, and President Kir agree Damasri to be given percentage so they cannot destroy his pipeline. Damasri will kill women in Darfur, kill women in Nuba Mountain, and forget about our own people to be killed. So this is not going to go away. We're going to get divided, whether we are a tribe, whether we are a country, and also rebel IO, which are in cantonment, forces of the Rwaidan, forces of Swalgaka, forces of Durtut Makwaj. They are in the north of Korea Bus to cross into Maban and come to South Sudan. Also, IO do not like Kir are within Damasria, are killing ethnic to be happen. Then they're going to be killed. Denkas who are in the Damasria, they're going to be killing anybody they don't like. And also you can see Denka themselves who are in Damasria, they're going to be killing a lot of Denkas here. This is not a secret, and you guys know what will happen. And this government of South Sudan should not resume oil going back to Sudan to funding war. Mistake of government of South Sudan. Damasria bring his cow and his women and children to South Sudan. And Damasria beheaded people of South Sudan. And also this war is a regional war, is a racial war, is a religious war. Damasria, they say they don't know the country called 2011. Damasria, they say Allahu Akbar. We are bordered with Uganda and Kenya. Sadly, how South Sudan allowed Damasria to bring its population in South Sudan, and Damasria, they say they don't recognize dollar 2011. They only know dollar Sita from Sin border. You can see Uganda open office of Damasria. Uganda have right. Lord Resistance Army is in South Sudan, in a Raja, in Kafia Ganji, territory of South Sudan, Western Barakazal. And you see forces, Islamic Party forces, reunification of Uganda led by Mustafa Idi Amin in Kafia Ganji are gang up with Zande, with SPLM-IO, and they're killing, with Balanda, and they're killing Zande. The war between SPLM-IO and SPLM-IG. You can see what I'm saying. You see false forces of SPLM-IO, of Garwedwal, and Boy Rolnyang, and Cholgake, and Durtut Makwaj are coming, attacking forces of SPLA Blue Nile, Boran arming them to cross into Maban, into Nuer area in South Sudan. So this government of South Sudan, they know what, and you cannot deny this. And also you can see how dangerous this war is going to be. The Amasria is controlling Abyei. They are in Abyei, United Nations in Abyei, forces of Salva Kiir division is around Abyei and not saying nothing. And if there is son of Abyei in the Amasria, and there is the son of Twitma Yadi comes from Northern Sudan, what will happen? This war have many ways drag in negative forces. And I don't know who be all in this. And the sad thing is what's going on in Northern Upper Nile. The Amasria, already their women and children are dislodged by the government of Khartoum in Merom, and they take their cow and they move into a wood. And later on, the border of Damasri is coming down. Damasri is using to fight Khartoum now, and later on, more area they come in a wool area and settle with their cow, with their because if they live in Merum, F-16 and Khartoum will bomb them. So they come into South Sudan. This area is going to be another border. Mal 14 is coming deep inside the wood. And Arab, wherever you settle them, they're claiming to be their land. Another one thing in the country, South Sudan is already taken over by Arab. Those who control financially in Juba, this is a report come out and you guys denied it. Hotel who are in Juba in business, those piracy of Somalia, their money are being tracked out and where they can hide money is in South Sudan. Piracy are putting their money in Somalia. Leaders of Al-Shabaab kidnapping for workers in a Red Sea but stored the money are in South Sudan. Hezbollah are invested in South Sudan to add their money in South Sudan. This you cannot deny. Here, what I want to say, government of South Sudan is responsible in today. Oil of South Sudan should not be funding terrorism to kill people in Darfur when UN recognize genocide is there. When ethnic cleansing taking place in Nuba Mountain, government of South Sudan should not give this money into Khartoum to go eliminate women in Nuba Mountain. Government should not be funded Khartoum forces killing women and children in Blue Nile by South Sudan oil money. I'm not talking about the population of South Sudan to die in the hand of Khartoum or hand of Damasri. This we will sort it out later on for ourselves in South Sudan. This war will come, even tribe will have their own war within. Because this, when people say there is no government, it's a problem. When people say there is a government and government be all on its action, like what I'm saying, oil of South Sudan is funding genocide of our own. Damasri, they should not be in South Sudan in the first place. Damasri now is the one who started killing. And Khartoum is enemy. There's no question. Khartoum is killing, and why government of South Sudan funding money into Khartoum? Allowed oil flow. South Sudan should leave Khartoum with the China to solve out their problem. That would be good an idea. If a resumption of oil into Khartoum right now, you will see the peace in Nairobi is President Kir killing it. You don't need no Nairobi. And I will stop here. And this is a fact, and it's not going to go away. And you guys going to see this war of Damasri, you guys going to see very soon in the Tweet Mayadi and Abiy thing. Because Damasri are in Abiy. And they're going to be part of this war, and government of South Sudan is not top. Thank you very much. I will stop here. If I'm lying, someone correct me, I'm wrong.
Thank you, Tom Young.
دقيقة بقت
حاجة ما عنده علاقة انت ما
excuse me guys.
دقيقة يا مجوب.
Excuse me, can you listen to us please?
Yeah,
No, what I want to say is
you guys have the recording in Facebook and YouTube, so you guys
the reason why I dropped you because you lied, okay? You come here and just wait. We will give you a chance. You want to respond to Tonja? No problem. You will respond. Everybody can respond. Don't respond. Everyone have a right. Like it should be Nizam. I'm just from down the valley.
Joseph,
and you
let me speak, please.
Joseph, can you bring Bagat up? It's not fine because it's part of this discussion. Is the main key point. Bagat must be up here because he is important in this discussion. Please, I'm asking you kindly. I'm asking you kindly.
Okay. They cannot wait. What is he supposed to do? The giga that was into not for if you cannot respect the line, that's why Sudan is not where it is. You're not making any hold and push and understand to just cross the line, but you can wait. This is how it works. Thank you, Sudan. The correction on that now.
Let me make a clarification, guys.
The giga.
Let me make this clarification.
The reason why
Joseph, انت مالك مستعجل كده.
What's wrong, man?
I drop him down because don't mind the fake. I want to explain one thing because I dropped Beckett. I dropped Beckett. I want to explain why I dropped it. You guys don't want to give me a chance to explain. That's what I'm trying to explain. Beckett came all the way and he opened the mic. That Young is lying. What I want from Beckett is just to wait. I will give him a chance. He will have a chance. And just wait. I'll give you a chance. This is the way we run this room. We run it like that. How we run it. Everybody have a chance to speak. We will give everybody a chance, including Bagat. Even Bagat, I'll bring him up because I'm trying to explain to Bagat. Bagat don't want to listen. That's the reason I dropped him, and I'll bring him back. It's not the first time people been dropped. People been dropped in different rooms. What make this room special? Not people be dropped. People are not listening, or people are not following the instruction. That's what I'm trying to explain. I always give everybody a chance. And I never drop zone. Don't speak. Everybody have right to speak. Bagat, I will bring you back.
Let me add this.
Don't go back. No, don't young you.
Yeah, John Oil in Igilik.
Don't young, I drop you because you're already done. Okay. I'll bring you back, Bagat. Where is Bagat? And then we're gonna keep the line moving. If you are ready, you can go ahead.
Riyad Malao never speak. Riyad Malao.
Okay, Riyad Malao, go ahead while I'm bringing these people back. I'm gonna bring them back. Go ahead. Riyad Malao, go ahead.
All right. أنا صوت واضح كده يا جماعة. All right. Yeah. أولاً داير أسجل الشكر لناس المنصة South Sudan Eagle لإتاحة الفرصة وبرضو الناس المودريترز كلكم بسلم عليكم بدون فرس. والله الروم ده حتى لو ما قدر يساعد ناسنا اللي تعبانين في محل الحرب في السودان اتليست يعني احنا بنسجل يعني التزام اخلاقي انه مواطنينا قاعدين يذبحون واحنا ما قاعدين نتكلم. افتكر الروم ده ممكن يدي شويه من الضغط للحكومه بتاعتنا في جوبا ولمنظمات برضو منظمات المعنيه بحقوق الانسان. حاجه الكويس زول بتاعت المجتمع المدني ادمن ياكاني قاعد معانا هنا في الروم. وافتكر يا ادمن انتوا يعني عليكم دور كبير تلعبوه في زمن ده، زمن الناس يعني مختلطين بالمصالح بتاعت حكومتين، ربما ما حينزلوا للمستوى بتاعت انه يتقصوا حقائق بتاعت قتل بالنوع دي، لكن انتوا لو شغالين مع منظمات تانية ممكن انتوا توصلوا للناس ذاته. في ناس محاصرين، في ناس معزولين، في ناس ظروفهم ذاته اوحش وقتلهم ذاته ما في زول سمع بهم. بتاعت مدني ده ممكن عشان فعلا، لكن الحاجات اللي حصل للناس في السودان حاجات يعني صعب شديد. شوف انا داير اتكلم عن البعد العنصري اللي موجود يعني في عند السودانيين، مش كلهم، يعني في قطاع معين. ورجعنا شويه لزمن بتاع استقلال 2000 قبل 2011 كان في يعني جروب بتاع الطيب مصطفى نازل كلامهم كان واضح، دايرين يطهروا السودان من عنصر بتاع الجنوبيين واي زول تاني يعني ما بشبههم، وما قالوا بالواضح، حتى قالوا حتى حكمنا ساكت ما بنديه. الناس كانت جاهزين اصلا لو لقوا اي فرصه ممكن يطهروا يعني سوسايتي بتاع، ما دايرين اي زول تاني فوق. وديل ناس نافذين في سنة قرار يعني في شمال، في كل حكومات، مش حكومه بتاعت برهان بس، اي حكومه يجي نازل بتلقاهم متمكنين هم القاعدين فوق، وهم يعني السياسه بتاعهم سياسه نايم. على مستوى الحكومي بيعملوا انفسهم قال ناس كويسين، لكن في الاحياء حاجات اللي بيحصل حكومه ذاته ما قاعد يتكلم. لو رجعنا شويه لورا في حوادث كتار حصل، يعني نقول زمن بتاع دور شاب قبل 3 سنين ولا سنتين، في شمبات كان حرقوا محلات بتاعت ناس النازحين، ناسنا جنوبيين، حرقوا رواكيب بتاعهم بحجة انه نازل قاعدين يعملوا مريسة ونازل اوقار بتاع الجريمة ذاته. قال في شباب هناك بيطلع هناك زي النيجس، وفي تنمر لمواطنين جنوبيين، جا حرقوا محل ده كله. اهالي طلعوا من الحله وحرقوا محل بتاع الجنوبيين ده، حتى في ناس ماتوا. يعني تخيل عيال صغار ونسوان يعني في حريقه. الكلام ده لسه موجود، الفيديو ده عندي ذاته انا يعني شايله معي. فديل حاجات اللي المفروض انتوا يا ادمن، انا متاكد عندكم حاجات يعني بس مسجله زي دي تشيلوا معاكم تودوهم للمنظمات، عشان المنظمات يدهم طويل، ممكن يضغطوا هناك الحكومه بتاع السودان. وحكومه بتاع السودان يقدر انه يعني يفرض الواقع على اساس انه مواطنين جنوبيين الناس اللي قاعدين ساكت ما ينضموا لاي تيار من المتحاربين ديل، يعني ما يستهدفون لحين انه هم يرجعوا لو في طريقه هم يرجعوا. برضو كان حصل في كمان بتاع جريفات في خرطوم، في ناس لقوهم عديل وقتلوهم، ناس الحله ساكت او قاعدين يطلع. معنى الكلام ده يعني في بعد عنصري يعني متواجد اصلا في المجتمع بتاع الشماليين، ما دايرين جنوبيين خالص. في المقابل احنا ما حصل ولا حادثه واحد سجلوه في جنوب السودان ضد مواطنين شماليين، وهم بيعملوا ابتزاز ده لان هم دايرين ينفذوا حاجه بتعمل هم دايرينه، حاجه بتعمل هم دايرينه، ما دايرين جنوب ده تستقر خالص. عشان كده في ابتزاز من النوع ديل ما فاضيين، قاعدين يقولوا مواطنين اللي قاعدين في جنوب ديل شماليين ديل خليهم يرجعوا. هم عارفين ذات الناس اللي قاعدين في جنوب ديل دي ناس ضدهم، سواء كان انت شمالي ولا انت من الغرب، يعني انت ما منهم اصلا. ف دي كان حاجه انا داير اوضحه في بعد العنصري اللي موجود هناك. لكن كلامنا بتاع النهارده ما عشان نجي نسجل احتجاجات وبس، لا، انتوا لو دايرين يكون في يعني انغاص فعلي للناس اللي قاعدين في شمال، ما في مدني وبس، في ناس قاعدين في مناطق في كردفان الكبرى، دي الناس تعرضوا لأبشع انواع بتاعت يعني قتل، ولقوا كمان يعني انت بتزرع لزول، تزرع لشمالي في مزرعه بتاعه، لما يجي زمن بتاع الحصاد بيقوم يقتلك عشان ما تقدر تطالب بحقوق بتاعك. حاجات دي ما مسجل، لكن يعني في انتهاكات بتاع حقوق الناس بصوره بشعه جدا يعني في شمال السودان. دي المفروض حاجات دي تتدون، يكون في documentation لحاجات من النوع ده ويعرضون لمنظمات ومنظمات يقدر يضغط برضه للحكومه بتاعت البرهان. بالنسبه للجيش السوداني شوف البيان الفارق اللي هم طلعوه قال ده يعني شغل بتاع افراد الناس اللي ذبحوا المواطنين دول في كومبو طيبه في المدني هناك. قال ده شغل بتاع افراد كيف وزول لابس كاكي بتاعك انت الجيش السوداني. شوف المنظر البشع المواطن اللي رموه فوق الكوبري بعدك اطلقوا لي يعني ضربوه بالنار والناس دول لابسين كاكي والناس اللي هم قاعدين يقتلوهم ده ما ناس لابسين كاكي ده مواطن يده 10 ساكت ما عنده ولا سلاح ولا مطوه ساكت ما عنده فيها. يعني ده بيان يعني فاضي شديد ده ما بيان ده بيوري على اساس انه الجيش السوداني متواطئ مع الناس ديل والجيش السوداني يعني من جوا مخترقينه بالناس ديل. الناس ديل هيعملوا شغل بتاع ما في زول يقدر يوقفهم. اللي بيوقفهم لو في تنديد شعبي في جوبا لو ناس طلعوا زي قبيلا قاعد اسمع ده كلام كويس ده ما بطال. لو في ضغط دبلوماسي برضه حاجه ما بطال. لكن الناس زي ما بيقدر يعملوا اي حاجه الحكومتين. الناس اللي بيقدر يعملوا حاجه هم منظمات عالميه هو منظمات بتاعت حقوق الانسان وكده. عشان كده انا طلعت فوق اقول ايتمن يكاني الشغل هنا الشغل اللي انتم بتقدر تعملوه كمنظمات بتاع مجتمع مدني يهودا انه توصلوا لمنظمات عالميه وفي طريقه انه منظمات الهجره العالميه يقدر يساعدوا يرحلوا ناس اللي عندهم رغبه انه يرجعوا. فدي هتكون احسن حاجه انتوا عملتوها يعني. شكرا جزيلا.
Thank you, Riak. Madid, let me explain this to you. Okay. You guys give me responsibility to run the room. What happened? Let me explain to you because always I love to run the room in an organized way. Okay. Fawda Adam Nizam, I don't tolerate. What happened is, Gonjang, it was a chance 7 minutes to talk on the topic. Gonjang touched something about the president of rabbit Damas Arabia in a Bay area. When Gonjang finished, the bucket came all the way from down. He raised his hand, I brought him up. When he came up, he opened his mic immediately and he started speaking. Before you wait, so he have his chance. There are people wait online. Anybody do for something that he can speak. زول الكتاب اسمه فوق جنبك هناك ده اسمه سجيتة ولا سجيتة داس. While I'm speaking, the same time he's speaking. أنا بقول له hold on, let me explain. I am the one who dropped Bucket. I want to explain to Bucket what the reason why I dropped it, so I can bring Bucket back. He don't want to listen, okay? And he keep talking, so I drop him too. Because لازم نكون في النظام. Even if all of us have agreed, لازم نكون في النظام. Okay? If I'm the lead moderator, I will explain something, and if you want to say something as a moderator, I will give him a chance. Like while I'm speaking, you want to silence, so he can speak with a mock voice. لازم نكون في النظام. That's the reason why I dropped him down, Ahmadi. So I just want to let you know.
Yeah, I was listening. Because I'm hosting in studio. Because you guys are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So it's not just you guys are talking in Clubhouse themselves. Because there are a lot of people that listen to you guys in other media platforms. So just don't have to explain yourself. Just say, I was listening. What happened? I heard it a bit. So you are doing a good job. Keep continuing because you did nothing wrong there. So let us just keep a conversation, condemnation regarding about our people that killed in northern Sudan. This is the topic. And that we need to come up with the one voice and condemnation. Another thing, all of this, so we don't need it. So Joseph, so you are doing a good job, so keep it up. So just continue with your work. So I'm monitoring I'm hosting a studio. I'm in a studio, so I could not be in both sides to be in clubhouse and a studio at the same time because they will do echo sound. So right now I just leave the studio and then go far away from the studio because it cannot make echo sound. So people who are listening on Facebook and YouTube cannot have that noise. So Joseph, continue to moderate the room. Before we go check, before I leave, go back to the studio, please can you give a chance to Dengi Dayok, that the one that to clarify what he want to clarify, and then move the line.
Thank you, Madid. That's what I want to explain. Go ahead, thank you, Dayok.
Thank you very much, Ustaz Madid Majak, for the chance. What I wanted to say was a point of clarification, but it seemed we collided with Brother Joseph. I insisted to make a clarification, and at the same time, he was saying to me, wait, this is number one. Number two, you guys put me into a dilemma by giving me the sign of being a moderator. And I don't want to be a moderator. All I want is to come to the room and be given a chance to say what I want to say toward, as a contribution toward the topic. But anyway, let me consider it as a misunderstanding between us. And I don't take it personal. Such things happen frequently on Clubhouse. أنا ما زول بتاع فوضى وما زول بتاع إنه ما بيحترم الناس زي ما الأخ جوزيف فهمني. المهم ده سوء التفاهم حصل بيناتنا. And the point of clarification كنت داير نعمله is this. We are here very sad, and we are sending out a message. And the message is very much connected to the incident or to the events that took place in Al Jazeera state of Sudan, the killing of our people. So we are here condemning this message, and we are trying to get ways of how those people can be helped so that they get out from there. And in fact, these people are stranded. And they are not just stranded, they cannot be allowed by the two warring parties, that is the Rapid Support Forces and the Sudanese Armed Forces. They don't want to allow the South Sudanese who are there to come back to their country. And so they have fallen as victims to the warring parties. This is the main issue that we are addressing. Now, when some people come and then they try to connect the topic with the issue of a BA, that is not acceptable. And this does not suggest that we shouldn't talk about the issues of BA and their neighbor treat. But what I wanted actually to make is that we should stick to the topic. We shouldn't bring issues to do with the BA and treat when we are actually talking about our people who are being killed there. If there is a presence of Rapid Support Forces in ABA, it shouldn't be a topic here. We should make it a separate topic and then people discuss it. But one of the problems of the social media or Clubhouse specifically, sometimes issues are mixed up intentionally or unintentionally. And that's not good. That's why I was interfering, saying to Bagat that the point you are trying to make is in place. Because I noticed this twice. When Molana Riek was making his contribution, he talked very well, but he touched on that point. When Tongjang came, he also touched on the same point. And so Bagat was, irritated, and he raised his hand, and he came to address the topic. And so this was actually going to divert us from the main topic, which is our people. that have been killed in Sudan, and it is now dragging us back to another topic, which is a different topic and should be discussed another day if people are interested in talking about it. That's actually the point of order which I was going to make, but sorry for what happened. And now let the discussion continue. I'm urging all the speakers to stick to the topic. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, very quick, few seconds, 30 seconds. Thank you, David. Absolutely, you are absolutely correct. The reason why I give you green and also Ilmun Yakani, because you two are the main guests in the room, and Joseph is a leading moderator. So you guys, the reason I'm giving you two green, because anytime you guys interject, if there is something important need to be respond, Ilmun or you should be respond to that. That's why. And Ilmun, and Joseph will moderate the room. So absolutely, you are absolutely correct on that, because the topic, we have to stick to the topic. This topic is not about a BA and Twitch issues. This is the topic up there. We have to stick to the topic. So thank you. Joseph, you can. Ilmun, one talk.
Yeah, thank you, Madid. Thank you, Dengi Dayok. Yes, it's misunderstanding, yes, between me and you, because I'm trying to explain something and you try to explain something at the same time when I'm saying wait and then you want to talk. So anyway, we're going to move on. At the end, we need a room to move it smoothly. So there is no problem. Yes, I agree with you. The topic today is not about FBA, but you know that very well, Dengi Dayok. You've been in the social media for a very long time, even in different rooms. When people are talking about something, the topic about something, people, they will jump up, touch here and they touch there. So these people used to this one. And sometimes we have to control them, sometimes we have to drop them, sometimes they will be mad, sometimes they will be upset. And people are different. The way people react when you stop them and when you direct them to the topic, they are different. So yeah, it's wrong what happened. Yes, they touch on some point on Abiy, and then the same thing. The son of daughter of Abiy, they have a right to, when they talk about, make some clarification. If they say something is not right, it's not in place, yeah, you can correct that, Baget can correct that, and anybody from here can correct that while you're talking. There will be no issue and no problem. So we're going to go ahead and move the line. And anyway, so, and sorry everybody down.
Irmun want to say something, and also can you give Jamus so that is right?
Yes.
So
okay.
Give Irmun a chance to wait in and then give Jamus.
Okay, so you Baget, just wait. I know you are there. So let's go to Idmon and then I come to Jamus. So I come to Jamus, then I come to Baget. Idmon, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Joseph. I've been listening and following. Just I pick up some few points that I'd like to bring to the attention of this debate to continue. First, it is true that our embassy in Sudan is decided to be shut down. This is one. And the two, tomorrow there's quite a number of civil movements, press conferences in relation to this situation. Just to add pressure, this is number two, I want to clarify to people. Number three, say for the last 2 days we have been informed, especially today we've been informed of pressing our government, and as I speak is that we decided, and specifically I want to be honest to everybody here, is that for me personally, I start following this case as an organization for 1 week, and we'll be raising alarm, and we start following right from day one when the CDF of Uganda Muhoozi on his ex text about he's going to capture Sudan. We are concerned from that moment because based on the other ones we've been following, we alert some officials in our government, but of course they take it light. And we start receiving calls actually when what Madani was under attack. South Sudanese start sending messages to us, and we start sending the messages to our authorities. And I think this until this incident happen now, they start becoming keen. So I've been following. They have recommended us to play a very effective role. So when we got the information 2 days ago, we decided if we break the news as a national NGO with the alerts we have sent to our government, they may misunderstood us. And that's why we immediately mobilized one of a renowned international organization, what we call Refugees Rights Watch. And it's Refugees Rights Watch that break the silence at the international level. And they made a statement. And already, as I said, from our side, as one of the speakers have said, that we can play a big role. Already the Human Rights Council in Geneva, there's a pressure going on And likely part of our mobilization is that the Human Rights Council in Geneva should commission an independent inquiry to what happened to the South Sudanese. And what I would like to maybe to bring forward before we conclude, Joseph, is that people need to differentiate. We have been closely working with Sudanese human rights monitors, and we have been contributing as South Sudanese, even to Sudanese human rights violation to the international agenda. So we have a joint group of working together in the agenda of human rights for almost 2 years. But what we discover with regard to South Sudanese, and I have to be honest and sincere, a South Sudanese who voluntarily decided to take an arm and to work to fight alongside of one of the group, by the way, their percentage is very, very low compared to South Sudanese citizens. And I like somebody who says, these are South Sudanese, you should not classify them then as Fulan, then as Fulan, then as Fulan, then as Fulan. These are South Sudanese. And most of the South Sudanese who fall as the victims are refugees. Okay. And that's why if you see the report of Refugees Rights Watch was talking about South Sudanese refugees, not South Sudanese fighting alongside with the fighting forces in Sudan, whom their percentage is very low. You know, most of them are seeking jobs, and some of them after the job they will quit. They will not remain there. They will leave. This one thing I have to make it very clear to people to know very well. The number two is that what happened is that the people who are beheaded are typical civilians who have nothing to do with defense of carrying arms or guns. And they thought that military people are as usual, as can protect any civilian regardless of their national identity. Like when we have a crisis, we sometimes come across Kenyans or Ugandans, we protect them regardless of that. We don't revenge against them. This is something that I'd like to make it very clear what happened in that situation. The second reason why South Sudan has become a target in Madani, based on our literature and our monitoring, there's a belief from Sudan Armed Forces that South Sudanese are resisting. First, they contributed in kicking them out of Madani, and they resisted when they're coming to Madani. And they look at everybody black. Sometimes it's very hard to difference between South Sudanese Nuba and some four. And so they see everybody black is a devil. They put it forward. That's something that we see. Number four, I don't agree with the position of Sudan Armed Forces by saying those are individuals. They started beheading these people after they took over the charge. And in military science, it's very clear. When you took over the charge, the first thing you ask is the protection of the people whom you found, whom you defend as civilians. They have to be protected regardless of where they come from. So you cannot go with knife. And you see the way how they're behaving, they're shouting. It's intentional. What does this give us? This gives us very clear. And this is normal. I used to tell everybody, and sometimes I used to tell to my fellow Sudanese who have been in Khartoum for quite long, and who grew up there. Actually, Sudan Armed Forces right now is surviving on the return of the Islamis to strengthen the military. Okay? The Kizan then, that's Mu'tamar and the Islamic movement, they're the one behind the armed forces. So they're coming back. Those who are by then singing songs like jihad, they're not coming back. So for them, beheading is dealing with the devil. So this is something that we shouldn't forget. And we've been telling our government so much. And in specific on those interventions, I'm going to be more personal and please with due respect. Those whom were entertaining by then Juba peace agreement, they're really Islamists that were extreme. And they're not coming back, they're one going to metal. So we should remember that those whom we fought for quite a number of periods during the regime of Bashir are coming back. And they're the one really making this all headache on our neck and beheading and all this. And this beheading of the civilians, as somebody have said, it's not only evidently, so many locations have been doing this. They'll be raising it several times. So where are we now? And why should the case of Ward Madani become a topic compared to other incidents? The case of Ward Madani, it was done intentionally to send a message of one, inhuman act, degrading act. It was filmed. And by the way, let me tell you, these videos didn't come from anybody. These videos come from SAP actually. SAP proudly commissioned that and they share it. Besides, we know we have our sources. We have our human rights monitors on the ground who are monitoring actually. And as I speak with you right now, we have Sudanese who are in Madani who are not SAP, who volunteer to protect fellow South Sudanese. As I was telling you, when I was starting this room, I say I'm receiving calls. We are aware of now how many civilians who have been seized in the houses of Sudanese civilians who volunteer, and some of them actually call. Why check? We check the Rabban telephone, check the Yama, and if masjid in the Kimia Milapata Jumba Sudan was saying, and a Gafulum Dua, the King Muskiltino, and a Hive, the Madil Kachina, Hajat Bam, Nabil A, Itu Hakumat Wayne, Mungetra. By the way, imagine there are Sudanese who are really clean hearted. And they've been calling us because we have established contacts and we have groups that are working. So, what do we need from Juba from now on? One, it is actually our government to dispatch. If you ask me, our government have to dispatch a quick mission towards Sudan. In the sense, we either tell Khartoum, your ambassador, go back to Khartoum, leave Juba, or we ask, look here, dispatching of a team, go and get our civilians out of this location. Of course, we cannot round them up. And the unfortunate also is that you don't have an organized institution that will round up the citizens of South Sudan. Why? Because we are so much scattered with the unfolding situation in Sudan. One town is captured after the other, one captured after the other. People are looking for ways to come. Some have to go to Egypt, some have to go somewhere. So our citizens are scattered so much that we can't blame anybody for it because everybody individually is trying a little. But I think this is an opportunity of heading that way. One thing we've been advocating, and we will still continue to advocate, and we're making a public statement for it. We need President to order our flag to be flying at a middle ground for the lives of those who are beheaded. So it will bring an international pressure on Sudan government to respond because their statement is too shallow. And even our statement is also too shallow of our government. So for me, that's really something that I'd like to come in and to bring forward. In terms of working with international human rights institutions, already a pressure is coming. But there's something I'll just tell you that is coming out, which our government took up, and specifically our ambassador in New York. Our embassy in New York need to put an official complaint to the UN Security Council. Some of you are in that side, some of you know the ambassador in New York. And some of you know our ambassador in Geneva. Our embassies or our ambassador who cover New York and Geneva, if it is one, or if we're separate, they have to file complaint. Because I know of latest I was checking on our ambassador in Geneva, I couldn't really spot it out. But our ambassador in Geneva and ambassador in New York need to put an official complaint into the instruments. And some of you are in diaspora, please take up that. Put pressure on them. And I will really say that diaspora rather complain that our embassies in New York, at the level of UN Security Council, need to put a complaint to the Secretary General, and our embassy in Geneva need to put a complaint to the Geneva Human Rights Council. Why those complaints? Those complaints is to really take this issue to another level. Which level? The level of human rights agenda, which South Sudan and Sudan are party to. And if SAP claim to be governing Sudan, then SAP need to respect all the UN instruments that are party to. So for me, those are some of the steps that we need to. Now, is this risk, will it continue or will this stop it? If we don't put the pressure, it's going to continue much. Why is it going to continue much? They are getting momentum. And unfortunately, the dynamics is changing. Now, Emirates are coming towards South with the RSF undercover, and Dubai is embracing them. And Sudan is sending a huge liberation movement. Madani is over to move to other towns. And we're going to be victims because most of our population are at the borderline with the intention they want to come to South Sudan. So we're going to be continue tackle that manner. So for me, it's really something. And of course, the Sudanese ambassador who is here, I know him in person. There's somebody whom I know him, not clear, I know him right from country. I called him. He took a solidarity of coming to the Minister of Foreign Affairs and having a press conference with our minister together, condemning and saying this. But after that, the people who are in charge of SAP, immediately all of them should be paraded for accountability. This is what I would like to really come forward and share. Of course, I've been following, I'm done. And I would like to say, in terms of the human rights work, we have done our part. We have moved the agenda to someone. Then, the reason why I need us to use New York and Geneva, Jamana, has Gablis Patra, less than a day. the UN boss of the humanitarian affairs in Sudan made a statement of condemning targeting of civilians. But Sudan diplomatic influence have made the Clementina, the humanitarian boss of UN. She made a statement she couldn't even single out South Sudanese refugees. And that's part of our work. She just says civilians. And in order registering a narrative at the international level that the praise of South Sudanese refugees should not be mentioned like the same way we mention with human rights, we don't call the Refugees Rights Watch. And if really our government is a strong government, in New York and in Geneva should condemn that statement of Clementina. You as a boss of UN, humanitarian, humanitarian, why the international humanitarian law, where you can't really single out the beheading of South Sudanese refugees in Sudan. And all this is putting a narrative. And some of you can go to Tamazo. I wish I did when the Joseph White Tamazo, we get the topic Tamazo and guide attachment. Toward better than Egypt, UN humanitarian. It's almost the second after the decree of the president for firing the administrator of people. You can go to Tamazo, you can get it there in the queue. Bring it up here as an attachment. So for me, it's already internationally, they're downplaying it while here we are shouting to each other. I think we need to go to that level. We need to go to that level. For what importance? For the importance of really showing solidarity with our own citizens who are caught up there. Because let me tell you, this is the risk that I'm feeling it. And that's my point I'm going to conclude, Joseph. Yeah. We are at a point of risk because both players, both complete parties in Sudan, were entertaining them. We couldn't make a proper strategy. Yes, we can entertain them because if we could have been strategically taking a responsibility, this is an opportunity Vietnam to fix Sudan and also to fix even the IGAD region. The Jamana in the Furaza. Best Mushkilat na finance, they always this is what I would like to say. There are people around the president in this country who are not interested on South Sudan to be a viable state. Both warring parties realize their immediate neighbor who can fix them to reach consensus was South Sudan. And even the region knows that. That's why the IGAD special envoy to Sudan was given to us. Like, he must take them now. Lawrence Kupanima is now the appointed IGAD special envoy. And he's appointed the capacity of IGAD. Junubi, Maruf. Like, Lawrence Kupanima, race. For the last 3 months, we've been fighting for Kurban to see race. Finas Mu'agidin or more from Maktab race. Mother Lawrence Kurban to IGAD race. And now I'll say them be beheaded. And that's what have been asked for position of Kurban. Yana Junubi. And it would have helped us here. So please, sometimes you make us so emotional that we are committing ourselves to things that. So for me, let's maintain the topic. And maybe also my appeal is the same to those who don't divert attention. Please, don't divert our attention here. We are really committing that. We are not undermining. We know that there are really, really big issues with our incumbent government, but we need to point it out. And even this evening, I was talking to Kurbande. I said, Kurbande, please, you need to make something. As a GATT special envoy, as a South Sudanese, to Sudan crisis, you need to make something. Call for press conference. Okay? So for me, I think those are some of the interventions that I would like to assure my colleague who say several had a big role that we have already moved. And thank you for strengthening what we have done, and we'll keep it on that, and we really move. And unfortunately, we're going to lose a lot of our own innocent citizens' life, regardless of political differences that we have among ourselves. So for me, that's really the big issue. And I think brothers in the diaspora, some of you have access to New York and to Geneva. Let's push, because already at international level, records have been registered. As I speak now, the boss of humanitarian affairs of Sudan file have made a statement only using the word civilians, can't single out the South Sudanese refugees being beheaded. It's only international organizations. But I think this is a malaf we need to pursue, because it's really, this is slavery, by the way. You understand? So let's not mix it up with other issues. No, we have other issues that are coming up. And some of you I want to bring to attention here. I'm a South Sudanese man. Anamagan Hazard. You can tweet with famous decision on a class that governance about the resolutions are be older. Makan. Names no god nak wana jaiko. No god mako. Let's sit to do more. Let's debate over this issue of the faith of the whether voting, whether legal or not legal, whether arbitral or not arbitral, na shu kana abdalo room barao keda unkore kufiu. Ulo just time shinak independence that I mean, kena lab ngumda. Let's face the safety of our own citizens, whom tomorrow will come and ask us, your elites, your intellectuals, your diaspora, you're in the government, who have been beheaded in Sudan, where are you? And we don't be beheaded as tribes, who have been beheaded as South Sudanese. Mafzol biatna gebila kuna wal munu bet bauk zay ayaja. Askari mafzol gebel kalamina. Bukra bagna nil gaino fi ahana dabaho, fi nusbanna dabaho, fi akwana dabaho, fi agribagan dabaho. Askida, this is a point of solidarity to rescue, and we shall come and fix the difference in our house. But also this gives us the opportunity to challenge the authorities that we have, who claim to be our leaders governing our affairs of the country. So for me, this is just the point, Joseph, I'm coming in, is that at the level of international we're going, but the risk is still higher. And by the way, I want to bring to your attention, although there's rumors going and warning that Sudan Army Forces is planning to bomb some parts of northern Barghazal because of those things, that hospital, Emarat Jabu, Kidao, Watargaim. By the way, this is what the same they did in Maban, this is the same they did in Rang. So, but the matter for join row at Donna Sawari, you will not allow Malaysia, it is a facility that can as well. So let's be proactive. Just this is the question I'm going to bring, but we are vigilant and we'll keep on coming online and to discuss with you as brothers and sisters in diaspora, and let's save the lives of our own citizens. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Itman. Yeah, you guys need to do a very hard job. I know I get my gift. You got activists, need to go after these people. I'm all pressure with a part of that embassy Sudan, government of Sudan, South Sudan and Sudan. Lazim people, they need to know what happened. You see, another mujrimin del lazim wadum to be account for the crime. Yeah, more than my intake, so and then you keep us updated always, in case the magic game. You're supposed to be next person, yeah, who might young no guy to telephone, who bagat can to telephone, who tala. So look like Gigi, I see your hand. Very long time. Go ahead, Gigi.
Yeah. Thank you, Joseph. And I got a question that goes to Biakani and regarding the unfolding videos that the person that were allotted in the name of Allah. What message could you tell the public of Junubin to be considered? There is nothing that would trigger the emotion. All of us we are aware we sleep because of this mythology of religion as a sourceness. And the incident today show the same behavior. What assurance would you tell Junubin to strengthen themselves not to bother about certain acts, as we saw on the video? That's the question I need to ask. And indeed, I condemn in a very strong term, and this thing does not need more talking. Let us just continue to hold ourselves together. It's not a time to discuss the differences. It's a heartbreaking. Third message that I heard, now this is the wake-up call. There's more to come. Let us think. And I think South Sudan Eagle Media, I would love maybe from the next days, if you could open the topic that Junubin could ask in, because this is a wake-up call and there's more to come concerning the future of our country. And thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Gigi. Matiang Nur, man, sorry for your loss, the loss to our community again, the Sultan, your father. So, man, be strong. Your dad achieved his mission. So, you carry on and be strong, brother. And go ahead, take your mic.
Yeah, thank you. Let me thank you again, Brother Joseph, for the opportunity. I want to thank South Sudan Eagle Media for opening the room. And I want to thank Brother Dengida Yop and Brother Yokani, and perhaps those who have came in and contributed to this topic earlier, and they left. Before I dive into this topic, I want to say that I want to thank South Sudan Eagle Media once again for actually spark the beginning of the so-called Parak was birthed here in this platform. And from that moment, Parak took on and continued to fight. And also, I want to thank the Parak themselves for taking a stand and supporting me, the family, and the whole region. It is not only my loss, it is your loss as well. It's your father as well. Is father to many. And that is something we all going to have to, take it in and cherish his memories and legacy. He's loved by many, so we all lost together. I want to thank individuals to kind of take the mourning with the family as well. And Young Nation has opened the room, talked about it, in a lot of Paraks, including Brother Tongjang. He had opened the room before and celebrated the way it is done. He talked and made it aware to others as well. To thank all of them for doing so. Coming to the topic of this room here, yes, the atrocities that is going on in Sudan, it is something very disturbing. And I personally, as a South Sudanese citizen, I condemn that with every possible term in the existence. This has been going on for a very, very long time. And it poses a threat to the people of South Sudan. The killing ever since Sudan have a war within itself, our South Sudanese citizens have been the focal target on either side, whether on the government side or either on the rapid forces. Our people became the collateral damage. And that it is something we condemn. There is no acceptable killing of a human being, especially when they are unarmed citizen. They don't have to be South Sudanese citizen either. But as long as they are a black Africans within Sudan and they are being the target of these rebel forces or the government of Sudan itself, it is up to condemnation at the every possible term. I want to say that the government of South Sudan in its whole not only put us at risk, but also accountable to all of these things. There are 4 entities are responsible at the very thing that can make us as a South Sudanese secure and safe. Number 1, the president. Number 2, the politicians. Number 3, the army. Number 4, the police. Those people are supposed to be holding the constitution of the nation, which provides security to the people of South Sudan, no matter where they are. And that it has failed us. I don't understand the politics of the SPLM became very intricate and confusing to be understood. I do believe in SPLM. I support the SPLM ideology, the first ideology that led us into independence. But before we land safely, we crash landed in 2013. That tells we have a big problem within ourselves. It makes it difficult even to help others like us who suffered like us, because we are not in a position to help them, because we are helpless as a nation. Politics became the very thing that is killing us within our country. It makes it difficult to reach out to help others. This, if I may not be ignorant, it requires the strength of our unity to come together. But our South Sudanese people does not like unity. Everybody have different interests. This killing is not going to stop anytime soon. And I believe that what we are seeing now, this is just the surface of the matter. I do believe the killing of our people as South Sudanese citizens, quote unquote, it is at highest rate or magnitude. Because the killing videos have not surfaced yet. More of the videos are kept secret. As one of our brothers said, sometimes we are being used as a practice for a target shooting. That tells there is a high level of human violation. Human right violation is being committed here. Whether in Sudan, it is condemned. Whether in South Sudan, we still do condemn it. In either case, it leaves our future to be in a bottleneck and we are in trouble. It is very disturbing videos. And sadly, the leaders like the one I have in my PTR, they are the one to sit our leaders down and tell them what was the reason we went to Bush for. What is the problem between you and that guy? But unfortunately, they are leaving one by one. Doesn't that requires us to come together and speak out as a one voice, loudly and strongly, not only to condemn that, but also to call for the international community to involve and other world organizations that can bring about justice and stop this violence going against innocent civilians. I do believe the ideology South Sudan has fought for to gain independence, it is because each and every one of us matters. Everyone that dying after independence, they are the reason 2 or 3 point something million life lost. They are worth each and every one of them. So Ikun, Nuer, Denka, Shuluk, Anyuak, you name it, including the very Darfurian that were even against us, because if there is a human right violation done against them. Only because there is no people who are investigating to bring out and expose all this crime that are done at the highest level against humanity. And everybody has a right to react. It is normal. Even an animal, if you take their offspring, they will retaliate, they will fight.
let alone the human that you kill like animals. You have every right to react as a citizen, because threat of injustice somewhere is a threat of injustice everywhere else. And it's a threat of injustice to you. The same people we have fought for a very long time are the same people today we embrace within the new nation called South Sudan. And they are still killing us in Sudan. The same people that would launch the C-130 or any military aircraft to drop bombs in the villages of the South Sudanese are the same people today in Juba. We let them walk in the red carpets. The same people that we fought, that have done all the atrocities during the movement, are the same people after independence now. We give them. In fact, the ideology they believe in, we build them mosques and khalwas everywhere to practice the very religion that they targeted us and enforced against us within the same country. This is a very difficult times for us to really not to ignore what we are seeing, but to come together, because the consequence is greater. Either 20, 30 years, 50 years, 100 years from now, believe me or not, if we continue in the same path, our children will be fighting another SPLA-SPLM war after we're gone. Maybe our bones does not even exist in the graveyard. They will be fighting the same people in a country called South Sudan. So the killing of these people is not anything new. It is a matter of time before we realize too many videos to surface everywhere on networks, internet, social medias, all of that. We only have to brace ourselves and call for the government to intervene and do our part as a citizen. A weak nation cannot survive. But we are seen as weak because our leaders are fighting themselves over the power that their former enemy could take from them even at any point if they gather their strength together. So I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity, but it is very disturbing event that keep unfolding in North Sudan, and I seconded all these speakers here that condemn that, and thank you, Brother Joseph. I'm going to stop here. I really didn't want to come up, but it was bothering me. I had to speak to kind of let it out, but I am calling for all our brothers. Let us leave our differences behind. This, I need my Equatorial to be independent. These so-called, my people are killed in 2013, or we were killed in Bali and Bor. This is not going to solve. This is only going to empower the unseen enemy to overcome us within our country. So that I want to say that let us put that behind. We will figure a way to solve our own problems. By the end of the day, we are Africans, descendants. We can coexist. So thank you.
Thank you, Brother Matiangan Nur. Comrade Helen, tell us the break with that because we will keep calling your name into my record. Helen. Okay, Helen, she's not responding, so while more,
can I say something?
Sudan?
Yeah,
go ahead, Sudan. Yeah, thank you, Machang. Also, greeting to you, brother.
جوزيف انا هنا بفضل لك وانا من اللي اخلص من الشغل كله انا بعدين بعمل لك لينك بعدين
خلاص خلص الشغل بعدين تتكلم بعدين. Go ahead, Sudan.
I just like to give an appreciation. Good to see you. Welcome back. That's all I can say.
Sudan.
Yes. Oh, you didn't hear me?
No,
yeah, I was. Yeah, that's it. I just want to greet you from Changamu. That's all.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Well, go ahead. One more.
Okay. Thank you, Brother Joseph. I greet all of you, the panelists and the audience of South Sudan Eagle Media. It's a very sad day, very sad topic. And I appreciate those of you who have spoken before me. I really try to see how I can really handle this, but it's just kind of hard, very difficult for ones to control themselves. Right. I come up here to also add my voice into the condemnation of the killing of our people. All of you in the room here, if you click my profile picture, you will see there's a protest that's going to take place tomorrow at 9 a.m. in Juba. Please, if you have time later on, if you have relatives in Juba, call them and encourage them to support this. People of South Sudan are going to rise up, go and protest in front of the Sudanese embassy inside Juba, and that is the right thing to be done. We need to do that because if we actually build this protest up, we will be putting pressure on the Sudanese government to protect at least some of the Junubin who are still alive. But if we just brush it off and we don't do anything, at another I seen like Brother Yakin told us not long ago that in the Junubin much of the masjid and they are being hunted. If we do that, the Sudanese government will deploy a lot of forces and we will be saving these people's lives indirectly without even knowing. So a pressure must be built to bear on the Sudanese government to at least protect those who are still alive. Now, let's look back at the trail of the event. Before, the Sudanese Air Force bombed Malbo, and a lot of our people were killed, by the way. This is not the first time. A lot of Junubin were killed. Under the carpet. Nobody said anything about it. So we actually created a situation in bigger adi Ashimalindel. They can just kill Junubi my his that it didn't even kill a human being. And this thing is becoming a trend. People are respected based on the way you handle yourselves. But if you don't even give yourself a value, nobody will respect you. So this protest need to be encouraged. We are ready. Lofi can, Brother Edmund Yakeni, those of you who are in Africa, in the Kumsaman, you guys have enough time. Please get together and put together a petition, a condemnation, a petition. Ushiru link. Ukuli Junubi who condemn the atrocities of Gadiasal here in Sudan against our people, we need to sign it. We enter on behalf of the civil society. I think that will be good for you to present it. And that is the only way you can quantify our reactions against the killing of our people inside Sudan. If you can do that and share the link, and you can touch a picture of the Zola Gat feeling and it will mean a lot. Unana Janubin Atalo Hukuma doesn't give a damn about us. What about us? We don't give a damn about ourselves. Even if the leaders don't care. What about you? You don't care about yourself. You don't care about your own life just because the leaders don't care about you. Life is ours first before it belongs to the government or to the leaders. And we as people got to do what we have to do to survive. We have to. We need to let this Shimalin know, into your Shimalin. Can they telephone into camera in the Genovine command? Can they skin a sharp knife in the Genovine command? Lodarin nago nasba honas unasoro when a jiblakum nafs video. We can do it. Genovine got the same knives that you have, and we have the same smartphone. Official Malin among us in our country. We gotta let these people understand that. But if we don't react, they will repeat it again. And this bullying, how long shall we be bullied? How long? Unahena asi ke Junubin, fi kam Junubin garin yamal business fi Shemal Sudan. Kam Junubi in the Dukan in fi Shemal Sudan. But look at them in our country. We even allow them to suck the blood out of our people. We give them the freedom that they don't give us in our country. They even come to us, rape our babies, kill them, we are moving Masrah. Still, we say, you know what? We cannot just take our anger on every innocent Somali. We composed our emotions and we let the justice take its course. Now our people are being killed like chicken. You know, we have to to celebrate the liberation of Wet Madi. Kalamde, if it doesn't boil your blood, I don't know what else will boil our blood. Ay haja into zaman betaw. Zaman alhena gadin fiude, the zaman Junubin supposed to rise up and face the foreign aggression. Ajana that monya al gadiak Sudan Sudan de kade let them take a first page ma machine yimahat. Lakin life of our people is going somewhere in northern Sudan. We need to respond to that. To conclude, I'd like to repeat my appeal to you, Brother Edmund Yakan. Please put together the petition condemning the atrocities committed against Junubin so that I can sign that I condemn the barbaric killing of our people. Bushamalindel, we need to give them warning. We need to give them warning. Not even just warning. I think there is a lesson that needs to be taught in Shamalindel. And it is not going to take that long. After Loitu Bagawilayat, Fiji of Sudan, if you guys don't take action, then in Lagos State we will do it. Because life of anybody that is not important. Not the life of anybody that is not important. They are the one who force our people into either of the warring forces. The government troop and there is no justification. I said, like that man in the picture there. What kind of a soldier is he? It's a man working in the farm to feed his family. Lakin الناس اللي عندهم xenophobia that Junubin come and kill him. طبعا بالنسبة لهم هم كشماليين وعاديين الناس يقعدوا يقتلوا الجنوبيين. Because we never show them what they do to us. Dan massacre. What happened in Dan? They rounded up our people, burned them alive. Remember the story? Did we Junubin take any actions against Shemalin based on that? What about the massacre of the Shilluk people in Jabalin? Have we done anything about that? What about the killing of people in the party, the massacre in Wow in 1960 something? I don't know. I wasn't born. Have we done anything about that? What about the killing of Salatin Min Wow all the way to Jonglei? Have we done anything about that? We have not. What about the killing of our people in the aftermath of the SPLA attempt to capture Juba of 1992? The massacre that befell our people inside Juba. Have we done anything about that? We have not. We have not done anything. That is why it becomes habit to them that the Junubi Adi, because we don't handle ourselves with a value. When to Junubin, the dumb Junubin El Mana Henede, I want to give you a warning because I remember behavior El Zahar Ayamade last time when our people were being bombed in Combo. I came to social media here, what did you get Junubin Tanin celebrating to the point that they were even saying that, oh yeah, Damasari have captured Ring, even wishing that Shemalin get to do more damages in our country. Whether it's a Baid or a Garib, my friend, we will remember your name. وانت عملت نفسك عبد العزيز استخدموه عشان يضربوا عبيد انا عن نبدا بك انت. We will start with you. Japana, these videos are videos that's supposed to really be game-changing videos. And those videos, when I saw them, it reset my mood towards the Northern Sudanese. And you can see, take a time, it will guide into take a time and explore the social media. Go and look, what is their reaction? Read them, what are they even saying about this? It don't even sound like they were human beings who were killed. Intel of Arabi, you will see what they say. Balbas and Nasser in the law. Those are the comments that they're saying. They don't have any regard, those are innocent human beings that have been killed. Although they're in the Kunshikul Jiran, the Munuma will let Amu guide to get Jiran at time. Oda to Jiran mind to Sakin Piadena. We gotta let these Northern Sudanese people know that I really wish I can give my heart to every Genobi. Bukurade, can woman Shamalina woman be show video? Thank you very much. So I yield the mic.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Walmore Anyar. I know you feel it. Inta ujunubin kullana. الموقف صعب إنه أخواننا السودانيين الناس اللي اعتبرناهم ناسنا وعشنا سوا سنين وتحملنا منهم الكثير لكن قلنا لا دي أخواننا نسامحهم ونعفيهم. يا أخواننا السودانيين المسك ده أنا هقول كلمتين تعالى قبل ما نودي الميكروفون بتاعه. السودانيين اللي انتوا كنتوا عملتوا فوق مهتمين بالقضايا بتاعت جنوب السودان، ده رسالة لكم انتوا السودانيين. انتوا عملتوا كم غرفة؟ تقدر تتكلموا عن الحركة الشعبية في جنوب السودان، تقدر تتكلموا اتكلمتوا عن شكل الحكم في جنوب السودان، وإيفن مشيتوا بعيد واتكلمتوا إنه دينكا جاي مهاجر وعملتوا استضفتوا بما فيه ميمان ولا جاوين إنه يتكلم لكم عن إنه دينكا جاي من وين لما ميمان مش قال دينكا جاي من السنغال. عيب عليكم يا السودانيين. يا هو أخواننا الجنوبيين ضبحهم قتلهم بفيديوهات وسكتوا ومشيتوا السكوت. ده دليل على انه الحاجه اللي كنتوا قاعدين تعملوا في السوشيال ميديا مش بتحبوا الجنوبيين، لكن لا، دارين تفضحوا الجنوبيين ودارين تفتنوا الجنوبيين ودارين تدمروا البلد. لانه مسكتوا في قضايا، لكن لما جاء القضايا المفروض ان تتكلموا فوق انتوا السودانيين ما دارين تتكلموا فوق، سكتوا. لما كنا دوله واحده كنا عايشين مع بعض، لكن عايشين تحت ذل واهانه. ان احنا جنوبيين ما كان عندنا خيمة كان في الشمال. أنت جنوبي ما عندك وظيفة بتمشي فوق للشمالي وتشتغل موظف عادي، لكن ما بتاخذ الترقية اللي ممكن ياخدك محل أعلى من الشمالي. ولو ادوك ترقية بقيت أعلى من الشمالي تترقية أنت قاعد صورة ترابيزة ودرج، لكن زول اللي هو البعديك ده هو المسؤول من كل الملفات. حتى الجهاز بتاع عربيتك تمشي زول أقل منك. ده المعاملة اللي أنتوا عملتوها الجنوبيين. في مناصب جنوبيين ده ما بيوصلوا له خالص، لكن قلنا لا معلش، قلنا إننا أخواننا حركة شعبية في الغابة قاعدين نحارب عشان نحن نخلي ما مشكلة نتحمل الاستعمار ونتحمل الأسلوب الكعب. لكن لما جاء الانفصال وبقي عندنا دولة يا سودانيين قلنا خلاص ننسى الماضي، ننسى الحاجات الكعب اللي سويتوا لنا، وقلنا نبدأ صفحة جديدة، وقلنا نحن أخوان، وقلنا لا كل الحاجات اللي كان حصل ده حاجات بتاعت حركة إسلامية، ده حاجات عملوا الإنقاذ، وده الحاجات اللي عملوا النخب السودانية. قلنا معلش نحن نعيش نحن مع بعض أخوان سودانيين كده. لكن في نفس الوقت قبل سنة سنتين 3 سنة مشيت قلت إنه الجنوبيين ما نهجر لهم بيوت، طردت الجنوبيين من بيوت ومشيت حركت حلة كامل واعتديتوا على الجنوبيين، لكن عدينا وقلنا معلش ممكن تكون تصرف بتاع أفراد معينة وخلي الأمور ده يعدي. لكن اليوم مسكتوا الجنوبيين وضبحتوا مواطنين لا أساسا، ناس بتاع لقمة عيش عايزين ياكلوا بس، مشيت ضبحتهم. ودنا شغال بأعمال يدوية، ناس شغالين بيدينهم بيوميات، يعني ما موظفين ولا ضباط جيش ولا حاجة. قتلتهم وسكتوا، ما في إدانات ولا واحد فتح روم ساكت كده يقول لا الحاجة اللي عملتوها ضدي. ولا واحد فيكم فتح روم انتوا سامعين ولا واحد فيكم فتح روم وقال يا جماعه نحن عملنا حاجه كعب للجنوبيين خلينا نعتذر وتثبتوا لنا وقوفكم معنا انه بتدينوا التصرف اللي حصل. لكن للاسف الشديد ما فيكم واحد فتح ولا غرفه عشان يدين المعامله اللي عملوها اخوان جنوبيين عايشين معاكم في وسطكم هناك، ما تدوم وظائف، ما بتعينهم. جنوبي دكتور ما بيقدر يشتغل دكتور في الشمال، جنوبي مهندس ما بتقدر يشتغل في هندسه، جنوبي عنده اموال وامكانيات ما بتقدر تخليه يشتغل في التجاره، ممكن يصدر يجيب ويصدر ويجيب، ما تدوم فرص وما بتدوم الاوراق. لكن تعالوا تشوفوا المعامله اللي عملنا بكم في جبهه، شوفوا فتحنا لكم البلد، دكاتره من الشمال شغالين دكاتره في جنوب السودان بدون اي ورق بدون اي خامه بدون اي عوايد. احنا فتحنا لكم الجنوب، تجاركم الشماليين لافين في كل مدن الجنوب وكل ولايات الجنوب شغالين تجاره، ما في زول وقف في طريقه، ما في زول مناو، ما في زول قال لهم ما تمشوا هنا وهنا، لكن اشتغلوا في كل الولايات في كل مدن تاع جنوب السودان شماليين شغالين تجار. لكن بوجودكم ايضا في الجنوب عندنا عملتوا كمان اخطاء، زوجتوا بناتنا وتجي تطلقوهم تقول لا 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 الشيخ بتاعي مسلم ما بياكل عشان دي مسيحيه، وكمان فوق ده ارتكبتوا جرائم اغتصابات. لكن لسه مسكنا في الوحده ده يا شمالين ل 200 نحن نظل نقول ان احنا نتمسك بالوحده. يا جماعه الصبر له نهايه، صبر له نهايه. الاخوه اللي نحن متمسكين به ده هيجي يوم نحن نتنازل عن القوه ده، هيجي يوم ننسى بعض، لكن لسه ما وصلنا المرحله ده. لكن التصرفات اللي قاعدين تعملوا ده داير يوصلنا المرحله ده. لما تعملوا فيديوهات وتطبعوا الجنوبيين زي ده وانتوا عارفين سلفا كويس ان الجنوبيين عايشين في جنوب السودان، الشماليين عايشين في جنوب السودان وشغالين دكاتره وعندهم اعمال تجاريه وعندهم ممتلكات، ولو حصل رد فعل جنوبي ضد الشماليين اللي قاعدين في الجنوب هيكون شنو؟ شعوركم هيكون شنو؟ لكن نحن لا، قلنا لا نحن كجنوبيين عن السوشيال ميديا قلنا يا جماعه لا ما هنعمل اي رد فعل زي ده، لكن ندين ونكوندم الحاجه اللي حصل في الشمال، لكن ما بنعمل ريفين ولا هنعمل اتاك لاي زول. هنخليكم عايشين بالسلام زي ما انتم عايشين لنا في الجنوب هناك. لكن الحاجه اللي سويتوا لنا للجنوبيين بتاعنا ده بيوجع القلب. وانتوا خلينا كل الجنوبيين، يس نحن الجنوبيين مختلفين في الاحزاب السياسيه، مختلفين في حاجات ثانيه، لكن الحاجه اللي سويتوا ضد الجنوبيين ده وحدنا كلنا بقينا واحد يا اخوان. اتلمينا كلنا، ما في زول بيقول ده حكومه ولا زول ده معارض ولا زول، حتى لغتنا كلنا حتى هسه ما اختلفنا في اللغه، اللغه بتاعنا واحد، كلنا قاعدين نبكي وكلنا قاعدين ندين الحاجه اللي حصل وبنقول انه ده غلط ووقفنا بصوت واحد. ده دليل انه نحن الجنوبيين بنحب بعض، لكن بنجي نختلف سياسيا وفي حاجات ثانيه. لكن لو جاء زول من برا عادوا من بعيد وهبش جنوبي كلنا قاعدين نلم اصواتنا بنكون واحد. بننسى قبيل كنا مختلفين في شنو، وبننسى قبيل نحن مشكله بتاعنا كان شنو، وبنبقى وان فويس. وانتوا الجنوبيين اللي كنتوا في الشمال عارفين الكلام ده كويس، لما الجنوبي واحد يعمل مشكله اي جنوبي بيجي بيخش في المشكله. وانتوا الجنوبيين اللي كنتوا قاعدين في مصر، انا قعدت في مصر، لما واحد يعمل مشكله مع مصري اي جنوبي جاي نازل من المترو بيجيف. ما في جنوبي لقى اخوه قبل كده في مشكله ومشى وخلاه، ما حصل. ما حصل زول شفت لي جنوبي شايف المشكله يا هو بيمر جنب اخوه ما فاضي. كل جنوبي كان بيجيفوا في المشكله، كل الجنوبيين بيجيفوا مع بعض. ما بيهمك قبيلته شنو، بيهمه ده جنوبي زيك في المشكله تجيب معه. لكن انتوا الشماليين اللي سويتوا للجنوبيين حاجه بطال ونحن ما مبسوطين. Money, go ahead, take your mic.
Okay, thank you, brothers. Wow, what a patriotic speeches you guys are giving. I'm moved by your speeches, brother. Joseph Fuad Gibel Anwar, I think this guy sound like Jamus. I used to hear him, like the guy named Jamus.
Yeah, it was Jamus. Yeah, it was Jamus. He's here, he's listening, he's still here.
Oh wow, what a speech he gave, and Joseph and Wal, yeah. I really love your speeches, guys. The spirit of coming together, just like you said, Joseph, is unbelievable. You know, sometimes in a moment like this, we put our differences aside and just come together as one people. You know, regardless of our political differences and our interests. You know, in the end, politics is a game of competing interests toward a common goal. You know. So for you guys to stand up and be more forgiving of other, other different people who have different views about how we can make South Sudan a better country is really encouraging. You know, I appreciate listening. I've been listening all day, hearing and just trying to gauge the unity on this idea of our people being slaughtered like animals in Nigeria, in Sudan. You know, I've seen all across different political spectrum, people on the extreme end of tribal lines and people in the middle. You know, all of them got mad because of what was done to our own people, you know, and that's very encouraging. You know, when we imagine ourselves in the end as a nation, you know, regardless of our political leaning or our tribes, you know, that's the most important thing, you know, and that's what helped it build you as a nation, you know. Internal politics, yes, even in other civilized countries like in the West, a moment like what happened in what Madani, it unite people, you know. You imagine yourself as one people. We are so mad because this was done against South Sudanese. It wasn't done against. We don't even know who were the victim. You know, who were like what tribe they come from or where their politics are. You know, we just imagine they are South Sudanese, and this is the collective voice that we are trying to seek justice for being targeted as our people. You know, as South Sudanese. and he answered that just South Sudanese, regardless of what tribe they come from, or we don't know. But I'm in my heart, I'm so sick to my stomach because I've seen those people. I have no relationship, no regard. I don't even know their identities, but I am mad for one thing. They are my people. They are South Sudanese, and that's enough. I don't know what their politics, would they support, opposition or government. I don't care, but I care only they are my people. They are South Sudanese, and I will willingly die with them, trying to defend them. The spirit of nationalism is. I've seen it give me hope that one day we will overcome the way we do our politics and be just people like any other nationalities. The spirit of nationalism is 100%. I've seen it on TikTok. All Junubin are mad against what was done to our people, innocent people. So this alone is very encouraging. I'm not going. Even the president I have reserved criticism of our leadership when the SPLM in general, not president in particular, but our SPLM party. I always feel like they don't do enough in a moment like this to represent their people. But I will leave that criticism. And if we go to war with Sudan today, all my anti-government feeling will disappear, and just stand with my government, right or wrong, and be patriotic and just stand with being a nationalist, the South Sudanese first more than anything. So what you guys have been saying all day is what we need. And as we know, these people, we consider that, just like you said, Joseph, we've been thinking these people, the privilege they have in our country is unbelievable. Why would they do such a thing to our people when they know they have their own people in our territory? And they have no single evidence that can be shown on a film that we are mistreating their own people, the Sudanese people in South Sudan. None. Actually, they run our political economy. They own the prime areas of businesses in South Sudan, just like you said. And we never came out against them, even though we feel like, okay, they're taking over politically, but we haven't gone to that, like, cruel, extreme way you could treat a fellow human being. We have never done that, So it's a shock to all of us. I've seen the reaction across all social media. People are mad regardless of our political leaning, and that's the spirit that can help us, come together to know that we are South Sudanese. We have to get our act together, revise the way we do our politics so that when we stand together, these things like this, we can prevent them, one for all and all for one, So I'm so happy for you guys who have opened the room condemning Sudanese act and uniting our people across different political leaning. This is the way to go. I am so impressed today with all your responses. People on Clubhouse, on TikTok, or Facebook, they are speaking in one voice against the evil act toward our citizens. Yes, we don't know best what tribe they are from, the victim, but we are condemning them. We are condemning the act against them as wrong, and in defense of our collective name as South Sudanese. This is very encouraging. I really appreciate people speaking out, and we have to let the Sudanese know that the days they can treat us like this are over. Are over. We can unite together. We are powerful as anyone in the Sudan. Even though we still carry the same name, they live with us, like Walmoranya said, that we could do this easily against them in place. If other being can do, they could do it in his own state, you know. But we don't want to stoop that low to follow what they have done, you know. So we just gonna seek justice. I wish our president will take this serious, and I hope he should have done a press conference and condemn it publicly, you know, just like we are mad publicly, you know, so he can show to us that he's for our people and he stand with those victims, you know, in solidarity of being South Sudanese. He's the leader. Everything is stuck with him. You know, I just wish he has done that, to come out on the press and condemn it and warn those who mistreat our people that there will be a consequence to pay. Because he has the citizen of Sudan in his country. You know, it could take both sides, you know. The way they're treating our people, their people can be treated the same way in Juba. You know, we should give that warning so that the other leadership will take serious note so they can protect our citizens there. You know, it's all about psychological, you know. You send a wrong message like that, we will replicate it and send you the same wrong message. You know, but our leader did not choose to respond strongly, but we have seen the Ministry of Justice have said something, but it's still not enough. But I am glad there's our people on social media, like you guys who have opened the room and let our citizens do the social media protest is moving and encouraging. And with that, I really thank you for those of you who have opened the room today and united our people to condemn these egregious acts of evilness toward our citizens. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mani. Comrade Helen. Comrade Helen.
Joseph, I'm really pretty busy today. My assignment is still really horrible assignment. Yeah, I will come back to you.
Let me know when you ring your mic. But
yeah, I will let you know. Yeah, I'll do that.
Can I add my 1 cent for
yeah, go ahead. It's only 5 of us, so no problem.
I didn't see that I was paid as a moderator, but it's an honor to be a moderator in South Sudan Media. Again, just to appreciate all the South Sudanese that has came up and express their dismay in terms of condolences to those that are angry and expressing their concern in terms of revenge. Others pointing fingers that our government, South Sudan government, has not done enough. All those contributions they are very strong and unaccepted. All the options are on the table. But the mission of the movie should know, in terms of the revenge, أنا جنوبين قلوبنا they and our heart is completely different with the rest of others. The way that we are shaped, the way our heart is designed, is completely different with the rest of the other world. I can assure you that Kulubna, our heart, are similar to the heart of the Westerners. Sometimes Westerners, when there is something happening to them, they are very vigilant, they calm, and they don't return quickly in terms of revenge.
That's all there was. I make that comparison because not an animal that act like that. But there are certain people, majority of that people are like that. And when you act that way, you can accomplish a lot of things. Achieve money. And most importantly, you will be respected globally because you're not radical. You become more rational. You are not extremists. However, when you respond constructively and firm. Let your message be one and heard clearly. That's what America did during when they were attacked. When they respond accordingly. They didn't act violently toward the Arab world that were inhabited in the United States or across the globe. But they did respond, and they responded to those who did it, to the government, those people government. Our government is weak. Our leaders, and what makes our government weak and our leaders weak is because we have a weak population. We have a weak job. What makes a nation strong is when the job are strong. They are together. What makes a nation strong is when the job are strong and they're together. But when the job are very divided, they follow their own uncles, then this is the result. This is what we get. And simply because there are a lot of people who pretend to love this nation, but they don't. They just love uncles, they love their tribe, or the clans, or the region. That's it. Let me announce myself here proudly one of the Red Army. The Red Army has contributed a lot to this nation. Whether Loita Jalaba, Loita Zol, Musama, Eneka Jalaba, while Muslim, Kudek, Asala, Manana, we hate Arab. We do not like Arab. Telling you right now, my blood is like the blood well, I cannot take the Jalaba. Even though I speak this language Arabic sometimes, it's not because I love it. I hate it like my fact that I do not see. But أنا بقول لكم ناس مستمعين في جوبا هناك في خرطوم هو وين بقول لكم Red Army and I lost everything. And it's because of Jalaba. Because of Khartoum, they hanged our people some time ago. They're still mistreating our people in Khartoum, North, Wal Arabiya, because they look at this skin that we carry on like it's nothing. They treat it like it's not a human. Our people, when our people are sick and they go to the hospital, no matter even if it's their sickness, it's still a survival sickness. They will go and finish that individual up, taking their organs away. It's happened a lot in Egypt. So, what can we do as black people, tall, beautiful, dark skin? Why do we always like to pursue Azola Amira, our Arab? Why are we even supportive to these people? This very same individual, you know, you cannot wear the cross on your neck publicly. You cannot go to church or have any church like the way that they are building a rampant boss everywhere across our country.
Which one of our South Sudanese was given a position like a position that Tutkau is holding in Sudan government? Zolam Nusay, Bilokuma, but whether Okuma Jafre Nimeri or Sadiq Al-Mahdi, Soradab, even Umar al-Bashir. Our good. But we accommodated them. You know what, people? Enough is enough. I don't believe in revenge of innocent people that are dwelling in our country, whom are refugees, and so forth. They will actually not send a message. I believe in revenge of those that are very instrumental in northern government, like the embassy. I prevented them. Lock them up, round them up, and call Burani or Hameti and show them the video, let them see the videos, and tell them either we live peaceful side by side or we're closing our border, period. You know, some of you do not know what the war is like. Some of you have not been calm on this time. Some of you do not see a person getting shot right there by you. All you guys see are just that video. That's all you see. So sometimes like I don't even have a tear in my eyes when I see someone dying or someone getting slaughtered head off. I watch it over and over and over again because it is something that I have seen. I do not have tears in my eyes anymore. What hurt me is that individual will never come back. That's the only thing that hurt me. To see our people here trying to politicize what is going on in Khartoum. Shaniji Kula Ukumadenka. Awa Yaqul Kalam Kaza Ukida Ukida. Rahui, they are the Bukul Kabamo, take the Rutan Deka. As Gidi Bishila Saya. Malaysia is already a politician. And this exactly you are showing weakness. To learn as Arab then. What a problem and Ilga Zoli Nazol Aswat to Khartoum, then Marawi, they Equatorian and the way. They slaughter all of us the same. So why are we here? Where's the government trying to say the woman that they got, let that be that this way, let that be that way. Why can't we literally put our hands together, right, and agree together? Not a Berutan and the other Bakul, Tong the way in the hollow Warana, with Tamale, and Shinashakal, the Shakal the Tat, and Sola Baraga. Well, Mishkila the Dai, one in a Barana, the hollow, let's leave Arabic, the hollow, you know, Warana, and Elga Mashway. And Hill Mashakal, Mishkila Badana Mashway. Looking at the Gidam, Namshi Tuladu. Namshi Waradu. Let's go to the enemy. Our nation is developing. What is going on in South Sudan right now, you guys do not see. The government you guys see is not doing anything, actually. It is doing something. It is better than Somalia. South Sudan is developing. It's developing than Somalia. Look at Eritrea. We're actually catching up. But Eritrea had their independence a long time ago. I say Africa is still the leader right now. Whether Kir is there or not, and if the next leader do come and you are not supportive to that leader, the nation will not develop. It is not about Kir or about who. It's about you, the citizen, that are not doing anything. Because if these leaders, you do not want them, and we all put our hand together, these leaders can go. But when we are here with a different agenda, then this is why that some people had a fear and say, okay, why would I support you when I know there is something that you have a different agenda? This is absurd, and it disturbing a lot of people. And I'm making a good, like I said, Sudan, there was one time that I had said something where one of my friends condemned me of what I said. I said, if I have a bomb in my hand right now, Sudan will destroy one nation, where would you throw it to? I said, I doubt it. Then the guy said, are you serious? And I said, yes. He said, why? And I said, because we, نلبس تمام ملابس تمام زول ياكل زول خلاص لو زول جان وبيعرف كل الناس جايين فلو زول اكل براو شبان وبيقول كل الناس شبانين. That's how we behave. زول behave نفسه براو يعرف مين بيقول براو يعرف يعني يعمل نفسه بكل شيء يساوي براو وما بهتم بزول تاني. You come to the West here, your neighbor care about other neighbor. They care about the quality of others, the equality of others. That friend, they even donate to support charity. And then we don't care. No, 1 minute, I ask you, "Good upon and that Musaran, that the pay contribution, and I, we will never pay anything. Actually, when someone died, and that's what we are supporting. We know that they want to pray a lot faster than we can make that individual survive. We are cursed people. Meanwhile, we're very beautiful people. We are blessed by God, and God, we are children of Moses. God has given that us, but we do not realize that. We are misusing the blessing that is given to us. We are insulting one another, disrespectful to one another, hating each other. Instead, if we actually don't want this government, we don't have to be, insulting to the president or to the family president or to say, hey, it is enough is hey, we don't want it. And there is a better way we can do this if all of us are together. Taking the Equatorian Nevarao, Alamin Nevarao, Ubar Gazal, that this is why we are not succeeding. Me, I was disappointed at what just happened here earlier, Ahuna Jaine, and was so destructive right away, came up and was destructive simply because of their people name was mentioned. But if we are South Sudanese together, then each and every border of South Sudan and the people, each and every tribe in South Sudan can be touched based on what happened. Because another Catholic of Abdul, we do not know. What tribe are they? All we know, Junubi. That's it. Whether the Equatorian or the Dinka or the Nuer or the Arab or the Taposa or we don't know. All we know was South Sudanese that were killed. Whether they have a jinsiyah with our Sudan al-Qadim, will Junubi, we don't know. But the reference that was given and someone coming here and gets so aggressive is wrong. I believe that all of us can be patient enough. And then when your time comes, you can respond. When are we going to adapt what is called patient management? You have seen it in each and every parliament across the world where whether it's a dictatorship government or whether it's a democratic government, people sit down and you give them your time and you speak until when you're done. You cannot even come across again and say, hey, I forgot this. No, your time is done. You yell your mind, you're done. It's turn for one another. Until when people are finished and last if it's under condition, that's when the mic will come back. If you do not learn and adapt this, you will not progress. You must learn how to adapt. And this is what is called a leadership. Ashan to put in the sabr and know what to do and know how to speak, know how to work people who are sleepy. As I'm so proud of Dr. John Garang. When Lamakuna Tigaba, Laman Tiga, Umara Nazal, and then whenever he come and speak, everybody will work out. It's not because Dr. John Garang is a great guy, it's because there's all Mutalim and he know how to get into his people's brain.
So you done, Sudan, Mr. JJ. Go ahead, Amanyomaji.
Yeah. Salam alaikum. Joseph, شنو يا زول؟
والله تمام يا كيف أخبارك؟
لا ما زيك يا أخي. يا شكرا. شكرا لكل moderators and the panelists. Yeah, it's a great topic, you know, and well, let me say my deeply condolences to those victims and also the family and the entire nation, all the Genevian for our brothers and sisters. Those who've been slaughtered like chicken, you know, and very sad. Yeah. Well, Yajuma, you know, I will be gonna be different from what other people think, you know. Yeah, what happened to our people is not about just it's not something easy. And the Haja it has a long history, you know. I think we have talked about this Islamizations and Arabization. No, our people being killed is not just because whether they're in Sudan or in Manasa Tanindel or Kira Kira. No. Because our people being slaughtered because of Islamization and just skin, you know. And this is very sad. And we have been talking about this. So I think you need to think twice. No, it's not about what is happening, but we have a weak leaders, you know, and they really reduce our dignity down, you know. Yeah, as Sudani mentions, you know, I agree with him with some point that, you know, the reason why our people took the arms because of that. And this is now our people being killed because of that night. And another thing is because, you know, Taban, you know, we are now in 2025. And if you look around the world and why the people fight, you know, let's say the Arab or the Muslim, especially from the Middle East, what their intention is Sudan or South Sudan is real. No? And this is what happened. So the expansion of Islam or the Muslim to take control of whatever North Africa, that is exactly, this is the beginning. So that's why we have been talking. And what is happening in South Sudan now, we have the majority of the Muslim in our country from all different countries. And some of them maybe even given them nationality. For what? This is like you invite them. And even we are making contract with them, and and they're controlling everything. What does tell you? يلا لما نرجع في التاريخ كيف الدخول العربي في السودان مش نفس الشيء اللي بيحصل في جنوب السودان ده. So this killing of the people, it has something rooted different. I mean, like, it has to do with our history. And that is why we've been saying that, our relationship with this Middle East country is not good for us, or to be a part of that league. And if you look to our leaders, many of their revenue, they are in those countries. For what? Plus now we have the internal problems, and yeah, everything's messed up. So this is, this message to all we as a black people. That is why, sometimes we criticize this Islam or the Arab. Why? Because some of us, we understand those people, what they think and what they think about the black people. And we hear a lot, if you follow the Middle East medias, what they're talking about Sudan. In the name of religion. And our color, they consider we are nothing. That is why you've seen people being targeted, whether you're Muslim, but you still, kill. You will be killed, because of your skin, or you're Africans and all that. Azam Maslana Amwatinin. Alas, Lohuma Yan. Those who in those alas, those yan they are socket. Maslana Mamunu del. Yes, if they kill, yes, it's different. But ordinary people being slaughtered like that, this is something too deep. We should not take in these things just because عندنا هنا. وده كل حاجات ده جاي من وين؟ ده كل حاجات جاي من الحكومة. شتتوا ناس وكل حاجة. I would say we don't even have a government. If we really have a government, it should really take action. Really action, not just like or Senate. And this has been going for thousands of years. Our people being killed like just slaughtered. How many land we've been lost to these people? How many these people have been destroying our history? The same people, and then we are crawling back to them. So what does mean? This indicates that we are really stupid. Wallahi, these things is make me very sad. Make me sad. Agree with Sudan. Wallahi, lo indi bomb. Wallahi, نخطه في السودان هناك. خلي تدمر كل حاجة. ولا bomb اقتل. And all these things is supported by those Middle East countries, because this is, and the thing is, these Arab nations, they are mad because what is happening in Middle East, they lose the control of everything. And this is revenge, and then they're gonna revenge to us, So أنا ما أعرف في ناس بيحلوا الحاجات بالطريقة الثانية, but this is the reality, So it's very sad, Joseph. It's very sad. لو أنا أذكر ده والله مين سودان ده مش قسمنا والله أنا ما بيخلي any contract with this country. Why? I would look from other different countries. Because this country they will influence you using resources, Imagine this like Egypt. Do you people really think that Egypt have intention to عشان يكون دولة? No, they don't. Whatever, Dubai or this Gulf country, we have a contract with them. For what? Do you think that they have intention? The agenda is to take that, to expand their territories. And how they're going to expand their territory? Through our ناس اللي كانوا بيقولوا الدخول العربي في السودان بشنو؟ عندهم بنفس الطريقة. Now we see that the population of the Muslim هنا في البلد بتاعنا. ونفس الشيء يلا بيستعملون المسلمين ده الناس أسود. You see example in Nigeria, Boko Haram killing own kind in the name of religion. For who? For the interest of those people who create this religion. And the same thing in the we are killing our own kind because of in the name of Islam. So يا جماعة ده حاجات لو كان حكومة ده عنده مخ أنا ما أعرف should think twice and reverse his whatever he's doing. Another they will finish us. They will finish us whether we like it or not. They will finish us. And this is just the beginning. See? These are the people is our enemy. It's not the enemy from yesterday. It's got thousands of years. Who destroyed the Egyptian history? It's not the Western world. It's them. No? The same, the full kingdom. Where, the same thing. They're using you when you converse, they will use you. Now look at the Darfurian. They come to their sense. Like example now, what they are happening to the people, and they are most believing in Islam so much, but they still, why? Because of their color. No, that is why Joseph, Almarov, but Marad Anabishuk is very sad when I see a black man as a Muslim. You don't even understand. No, he just accepts something before making research. Read the book. Why the Western world, this Western world, they are not conversing like that? Why? Why they are not killing? Yes, they have, but they are not killing their own kind in the name of Islam. But we black people, we are so dumb, especially the African. And also, we need also to also we need to care our people, your own people, protect your own people. As in Sudan, Yanda has the Geneva Sudan, bigger Islam, you know, in our institution, I mean, education institution. Kan indana hajade fi hina, Sudan al-Gedim, ma indana. Lokan Kumboni school, if they didn't provide deny, look, mother can't teriga can't talena Muslim kulu, Lokana nazel mayan. Help us as black people, you know, provide us education bill night. Why the reason that we didn't have, you know, like school or whatever, night, or no, night. Lekan hinai, adina al-misihia kan ma bidrusu fi madaris fi curriculum fi madaris hakumia fi Sudan. Why? La ana maruf fi anas maruf ma garin fakir. No. These people in their mind, you don't know. They can be nice to you. They can be nice to you, very nice, because this is the way they can convince people. No? And this strategy or tactic, they know it very well. No. So it's not just because عندنا ناس هناك مهم هناك أو مشاكل بتوعهم ده. It's not about that. It is because these people, they're coming back to take Sudan and beyond. So Hakuma Takirda Kir, you need to, with his cabinet between them, they need to reverse. And this thing, you need action, not just, you know, try to appease them. No. No one
خلينا ناخد زماني كده بعد ده عشان ننزل فيه الذات ونمشي لان انا خلصت من الشغل. at the time limit.
No حاجات ده يعني ده ما حاجة بسيط. This thing will lose this country this way because it's not about Gebila, but this is a serious thing here. No. So أنا هجيب هنا شكرا.
Thank you, JJ. Thank you so much. I agree with you. You know, Jalabadel, they abuse us for a long time. They abuse us so much, but we still call them our brother, and we still consider them we are one country. You see, but they still continue doing the same thing. And I agree with you. The way they kill our people, there's no difference between the way ISIS dies in Iraq, kill people, kill Christians. When Daesh kill Christians, the same, they beheaded. They cut your head. That's what they did, what this Sudanese did. So there's no different action with Jamadel or action with Daesh, because Daesh, they say they're doing what Islam said do to non-believers. That's what happened. The same people, that's what they did. And the way they kill our people, that is the Islamic way. Yes, our government, we are encouraging the government to take very strong steps. That's why we are here on social media to send our message, to let the Sudanese know what they did is wrong, to condemn the killing of a civilian. Now we are talking one voice. Even here on social media, we are talking one voice. we put our different aside. The IG, the IO, we put it aside, but we're talking one voice, really to condemn what happened in Sudan. And then at the same time, to let the government take very strong steps. Not to happen again. Comrade Helen, you've been in and out for a long time, so just go ahead. And then I'll come back to Anyanya and Abango.
خلاص أنا أنت سامع صوتي كده؟
يا زمانك.
أخذ معي زمن طويل شديد عشان أنا أكون معكم. شغالة الليلة في محل صعب شديد، ما بلقى فرصة، بس لقيت فرصة قبل حافة وأربز والتاني رجعت. شكرا لكم يا جماعة. المهم يوم الليلة يوم صعب شديد، ما يوم كويس. أرجوكم يا ناسي، وقاعد تحصل ده ما في حاجة بضحك فيه ناس، ولا ما فيه حاجة ممكن يقولوا ده فلان وده إلان وده حكومة وده منو البموت ده كلهم ده الجنوبيين. حكومة ده يا منو ذاته، حكومة ده ذاته، حكومة ذاته، الحكومة اللي انت ذاتك تكتبه باسم الزولة الوقع في المشكلة ده يا أخو ذاته الرمز الحكومة ده يا أخو رمز الدولة يا أخو رمز المواطن. لكن لو بقت اللوع مناسبة يمثلوا الايديا ودايرين يمدوا اللسانات وكلام ما كويس، ما بودي قدام، ما بفرقنا زيادة بجد، ما بوحدنا. الألسنة زي الألسنة بتاع اللوم ده، اللوم الحكومة ده، اللوم هي مرات دي ما كويسة. انت كده بتشجع الأمور وبتشجع اللي تحصل. انت ذاتك بتشجع العدو ذاته يكون very powerful. يعني انت قاعد تناقض في نفس الوقت انت قاعد تناقض في الدولة حقتك في نفس الوقت. that mean انت ذاتك بتعمل تنبلع. أنا ساكت من جبال، لكن أنا ما لقيت فرصة. الروم دي مفروض ما يكون روم بتاعت ريبل يجي يمارسوا مشاكل فوق، يجي يمارسوا opinion بتاعهم. no. الروم دي يعني لو بيشجع الفوضى أن إحنا ما هنقبل الكلام دي، ما كويس. خليه يزول يفتح روم بتاعه ويقول كلام اللي داير يقوله عن الحكومة، لكن ما تقوله في محل اللي انت يمكن تعوق الناس القاعدين. كده ما كويس، انت كده بتعمل تحدي، والتحدي ده في زمن زي دي ما كويس. كده بنكون الحروبات بتاعنا ذاته بيكون ما بتنتهي. وانا بلاهم الريبل هذا انا بلاهم لانهم قاعدين بيشجعوا المفاوضيات اللي تحصل، بيقولوا والله عشان كده وعشان كده. مفروض هم ذاته هسه يقوموا تاني شنو يجيبوه ويتكلموا مع المجتمع الدولي. ده ما حق الحكومة قاعد كم فترة قاعد يتكلم انتوا تعالوا اطلعوا برا، لكن في ناس قاعدين يصفقوا لهم ويقول لهم لا انتوا جايين في الدولة اللي فوق مشاكل، الدولة ما عندكم فوق دي ودي ودي. ان شاء الله انتوا تقعدوا في الشجرة حق بيتكم احسن من ما تكون في الزول ثاني، الزول اللي ما مسؤول منك وانت عارف وما دايرك اصلا ومن فصله وما دايرك. نحن كلمنا كتير يا جماعه وبياخدونا في كده باتجاهات ثانيه. الناس بيقولوا يا اخي زي كان الحكومه دي بدافع لها، ما بدافع لها، انت ممكن تكون ضد زولك في نفس الوقت قاعد تقول ضد الدوله دي برضه داير مساعده منه. ده حقك في النهايه، كان داير ولا ما داير ده دولتك، انت هتوديه وين اصلا؟ هتمسحه.
لكن هيلين this is not about rebel or this is another problem, you know. But anyway,
I will give him instruction.
خليه يسكت. أنا قبل ساكتة وسمعت كلام كتير فارغ وما في داعي له، وده من إنذار. أنا هعمل إنذار لمدين لو قاعد يواصل وروم زي دي أكيد must be shut down or software، لأنه ما كويس. intimidation ما كويس، ما تقعد تتكلم في الناس وكده ونفس الوقت زول قاعد. يا تتغلب يمكن يسمع لك، أنا ممكن أجي معك قال ما انت قاعد تطعن قاعد تخلي الدول تيجي تطعن في خلي في دول تطعن في دول الفيل، تخلي الفيل بعدين هسه قاعدين لازم كلنا نوعد ايدينا ونطعن في الدول الفيل ذاته قاعد يعودنا كلنا. الدم اللي قاعد يصفق على الارض ده بيصفق على الارض بفوق وكل عيونه فوقنا، كان انت ريبول ولا كان انت ما ريبول، وهيقارب باسم الجنوب وبتضيع حياتهم باسم الجنوب. وفي ناس